Hail, hail, the Celts are here, and what the hell do we care now, guys? Here we go. There is no room for excuses tonight. Celtic are in the tunnel getting ready to take on Kairat Almaty, and we're doing a live watch-along here on the channel, so thanks to everyone that's tuning in live and loud with us. We're only doing this because you guys smashed the like button. We absolutely hit the like goal that we set on the breakdown of the first leg. A breakdown of this match will follow probably tomorrow at point of recording. If not, yeah, certainly. And we've got some transfer stuff that we'll tackle tomorrow as well. So on Wednesday, we're actually going to have a double upload on the channel. So really busy day. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that comes out live or after we've been live or whatever uploads that we get stuck into. Get into the live chat. Now is the time. Now you've seen the team sheet. Drop the score predictions, man, the match shouts, and all that good stuff, guys, because we did a warm-up for this at the weekend. Because, again, you guys smashed the like button on the Friday stream that we did against Livingston, and we're going to be playing with the tactics board. Now, a bit of a surprise. I did think this was plan B, basically. It was either going to do this, Brendan Rodgers, or if it wasn't going to be Yang, it would have been Kenny. That's the way I kind of seen the team. So we got one wrong out of the predicted 11, but the sentiment, the tactics of the team, I think, is going to be as we would expect coming into this. We've got the bingo card back up on the bottom of the screen as well. How many out of the bingo card do you think we'll get tonight, guys? I've also added clean sheet into it because I think for Celtic, clean sheet is very much on the bingo card. And tonight's actually going to be really important. Champions League anthem is out at the moment. And I do ask, please, for no spoilers in the chat. You might be a wee minute ahead of me the way YouTube works and everything, because by the time I say something, it maybe takes like 10, 30 seconds to get to you. I'm watching a TV. It might be on a different time to where you're on. But whenever you leave a comment, I see it straight away, you know? So, so no spoilers in the chat. Please cue celebrations with me, if I can say that without sounding self-centered or whatever, but just if you can, please. But smash the like button as well. And YouTube's got a new little thing on it called Hype. Feel free to hype it up as well if you don't mind. Support the channel in every way you can. And if we just put the Kazakhstanis on, this is how they line up. Now, Tapalov is listed as being in part of the midfield three for them on the graphic that I seen. He played left back last week. We're getting the UEFA graphic on screen now, but I think this is going to be much more a two banks of four effort rather than Gromyko being a right winger and Topalov being a defensive midfielder like he's displayed on screen here. That might be the way it goes, but I see this looking much more like two banks of four. This guy, Jorginho, was the number 10 last time, and Ricardinho came off the bench and is maybe the guy that will play off of him, because I cannot imagine this guy playing through the middle. If they do, then I'm telling you that this is going to be their plan. I've said it all along. I've got some heat for it. These guys are playing for penalties. There's no two ways about it for me. So I expect this to be a very, very defensive effort for them. This is how I expect them to line up, certainly. And I think just going with Maeda for the beginning is getting down to business. No effing about from Brendan Rodgers on this one, because if we get any half chances in and around the box, Daizen Maeda is the man in the team right now that you want to be in amongst it. Now, the bench does have a lot of questions coming into this game for how we change the team up as the game goes on, whether we are winning or not. And with no wingers, but 4 strikers, it's going to be a tough one. You don't see Forrest getting 90 minutes. Maeda can probably do it, especially with the rest of the weekend. Yang got 90 at the weekend. He's probably not got that in him. So almost certain we see 2 out of the 4 feature. I expect to see one of them maybe even coming into the wing. Of course, I hear a lot of you saying, oh, Negren could play wide and Engels comes on. That could happen, probably does happen at some stage in the match. But I think we get at least 2 of these guys off the bench. And when Tierney has his final minutes of the game, whenever he decides to, or not, it sounds, not like that. Tierney's Tierney. There's no harm there. But whenever we can't use Tierney anymore and we need to move Scales to left back, it's probably going to be Dane Murray, isn't it? You've got to think. So a very interesting game from the start. I hope, and I've got my fingers crossed, Daizen Maeda to score in the first 10 minutes with a cheeky wee tap in from a wee Jimmy cutback. I can see it. So again, this Mata guy, apparently I think one of these guys is second choice anyway, like the Tapalov or the Marinsky. But if it was this guy, this is now third choice left back that's coming in, maybe. So I fancy Forrest to start well, as the game goes on, you maybe then see the limit of his powers for where he's at right now. But I think Forrest will start well. I can see us going hard quite quickly, because when you're a team like this that are thinking straight away about, and I don't think there's any doubt in it, seeing the way they're lining up, get to extra time first. That's the first goal. Get 0-0. Then a wee error, a wee bit of pressure. Forrest is good enough, so is Daizen, to make it count. We've got kick-off now at 5:26. I'm going to try and timestamp this as well. so that you guys can catch the halftime pre-game and all the rest of it. What was that? 5:26 kickoff. If you can hear the commentary, let me know, guys. I'll try and talk over it, obviously. Keep us right. There's 85 of you tuning in. The first magic number we need to get to on the likes is 67, guys. So smash the like button. We are the away section tonight. And if we're not hitting the like button, then what are we even doing here? You know what I mean? We're in the away section. Smash the like button. Get the noise out. We'll make our own little YouTube tifo in that regard, or whatever you want to think of it as for the banter. As we get to basically 55 seconds, the first minute of the match, their goalkeeper is just getting some touches of the ball at his feet. I've missed a shout here from SSM. So I think that was when I was just doing the timestamps and stuff. So apologies. I'll do my best to keep up with it and show you how we see the kind of game progressing out, as we've had a bit of a flat back four whenever they've played the ball long, in terms of we're in a nice line. Try play out the ball out of our own half. Tierney kind of scuff clears it. Where's the ball? Into this kind of area, and one of them heads it out for a throw in. So Tierney's managed to get us up the pitch in and around this area here for a throw in nice and early. High tempo start for sure. Tierney's still taking the throw in. We've got a wee bit of buffering. Uh-oh. We throw the ball up the pitch. They head it out again. Nice. Like an NFL match at the moment, we're just stealing yards up the pitch as we see the Kairat manager on screen at the moment. I hear booing. Are we playing Sevco? Yeah, maybe they're trying to intimidate the ref or the linesmen or something. I don't know. I think there was a kind of contentious one a minute ago. Scales deals with that quite well in a couple of touches, but high pressure. Vickers needs to be quick off the mark there. Vickers has a wee complaint to the ref about something. The ref says get on with it. And yeah, we're just putting our foot on the ball with defence right now. And we're starting to see the usual kind of like pattern here across the back. Scales is on the ball now with McGregor. And Vickers. Where do we see Ralston? I think Ralston's kind of, yeah, he's up and around here right now. He's getting quite high, in fact. I think Jimmy's in and around here. Starting to build and trying to get the wide players higher. Ball's on out for a throw in. Brendan doesn't look too chuffed about that. Kairat seemed clear to, yeah. Clearing everything into touch. Dyson's on the single press by himself. Almost gets to the goalkeeper before he hoofs it to the halfway line. CCV hits a head on it and goes towards their left back area. Guy takes a first touch that takes him to the halfway line. Plays it through to the forward. I think this is Jorginho. He's got two men around him. He's getting close to the edge of the box. He plays in the right mid, which will be Gromyko. His first touch is kind of off his outside ankle as he spins, and he ends up giving away a throw in from this position here where his first touch was. Throw in for us here now. So quite a quick like transition for them. It was quickly throw a few bodies forward. Like Jorginho kind of ran that with two guys around him. And then by the time it's kind of eventually came to Gromyko, he's kind of been semi-free, and it's not been until Tierney kind of puts the pressure on him for that bad touch. So we need to watch out for that, how these guys are just going to shuttle up the pitch. Oh, sugar. When the ball gets turned over. But we do expect them to be a coiled spring. I don't think there's any getting away from that. And as we watch more of the game, we'll kind of see a better idea of where they're sitting up and where they're sitting. But yeah, Jorginho is basically like the highest man at the moment on the centre circle, and then Ricardinho is the one that's actually the highest. He's kind of sitting on scales, and Vickers back here at the moment. As Daizen Maeda finds himself kind of popping into the wide area, try and contest possession a bit. Big switch from them, try to play it over Ralston's head. They managed to pull it off the left mid. It must be Tapalov or maybe the left back Mata. Brings it down. They've got a wee bit of action around the edge of the box up here. They cross it in towards the penalty spot, but Tierney wins the header. Gets to the edge of the box. Maeda gets a touch or two, but they've got possession now, and they're on the halfway line trying to control the ball for a minute. So we need to kind of press and get at them right now. It's only really Yang and Daizen. Forrest is just a little bit off the front threes, more in the midfield kind of area. And the Tate is pushing up a little bit more, as you normally come to expect. Now in recovery, because we're on the edge of the box again with Vickers defending. Negren's back defending with McGregor. They get a shot away. It just kind of squirms past the far post. Michael dives for it, but doesn't touch it. Well, they're having a go. Yeah, they're having more of a go than I'd have thought. Haramaka, where the hell is he? I didn't have him in the team sheet. They changed their team. I checked the team sheet before coming on. Who the hell is Haramaka? Did they change their team before kickoff? Hopefully they attack. Celtic not conceded a goal this season. Defence not our problem. Yeah, exactly. Defence is rock solid. And, I was thinking about this before the match, with McGregor. I can't remember who I was. I listened to almost all the Celtic fan media pre-match that was on. Somebody said physicality of McGregor, Hatate and Negren. And, I totally subscribe to that train of thought in general. But tonight, I don't think tonight this isn't the worry for it, or hope it isn't anyway. McGregor's in good enough positions. Yeah, they're getting forced to play 50-50 long balls into this kind of zone here to try and play their last man. But Scales and Vickers are just dealing with everything in the air right now, just by knocking it back up the pitch and kind of killing the game. We are really in desperate need. And what do I say desperate need? 6 minutes in, but not really been a sustained period here, but we've had a few kind of passes linking up and really starting to control the game a little bit. Tapalov is out on our left, their right. So yeah, maybe he is coming from midfield. Maybe that is the case from him. That's what I'm trying to reference the most because of just where I seen him play last week and having an idea of where he is. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It felt like if it was this kind of thing that they're doubling up the left backs almost, and one of our full backs certainly, and one side, and who are they trying to defend in that regard? We're stroking the ball around the back at the moment. They've got one man on the press, which will be Ricardinho. I don't know. In fact, it is Jorginho. He's ahead of Ricardinho here at the moment. Gales gets by him with ease, but every time stroking a ball into Yang. And, they're not quite as deep and narrow as you would think. Yeah, it might even be this Tapalov is maybe just a wee bit more like here. Number 20, he's on the same side as Yang. Yeah, so maybe he's like over here. Maybe Gromico's on our side. Don't know them well enough to catch that. We don't seem to hold the ball. Yeah, it's a bit. It's bouncing about all over the place. 7 minutes in, it's no big deal. It's no big shakes, is it? But yeah, maybe a wee minute behind you, by the way. Just had from a chat there, a Scales FFS. And maybe a wee minute behind that. So let's see what happens. But 8 minutes in, we're about to lose the first thing off the bingo card, which is a goal in the first 10. Not really getting too much of that, are we? Barely been any football actually played. It's just been kind of bouncing about off of people. Lots of throw-ins so far. And yeah, they've had a couple of shots, haven't they? We've not done anything in the first 8 minutes. They've got a player off at the touchline at the moment after receiving that treatment. Ooh, Schmeichel catches it out the sky. And rolls it out for Benji. What's the Scales thing? Was it for that foul? Yeah, let's hold the chat off. Go off MacU for chat stuff. We'll do our best. So we've got Ralston with a throw-in up here at the moment. And Dyson and Negren have both kind of come out to that side there. I noticed that on the left, but now we're seeing it on the right as well. Dyson is getting that freedom to really just come in and play with everyone else here. And then there's that kind of overlap from the middle opportunity. We've not really had that from strikers really this year. So that's kind of interesting to see that when we are building from the back, we are kind of getting narrower as a unit. Where the distance from the front to the back is smaller. But we've not managed to really do this yet. We're still very much a bit more spread out from the defence point of view. But Maida's kind of taking the length away from the team in a good way, because we need numbers to get through the crowd. It makes them harder to mark as well. They're just kicking everything long. Vickers wins another header into midfield and it just goes bouncing about for a wee bit. Just, nothing really. I was going to say heady tennis, but shoulders and backs is what it's coming off of. They hit out for another throw in. 10 minutes in, guys. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be long, isn't it? I think this game's about patience. Yeah, could be about right. 10 minutes in, we've definitely lost the first thing off the bingo card. Definitely. Just let me just update that. Go in the first 10, then it's there. Oi. And we can get stats up, can't we? We had that working. Oh, yeah. We'll need to mess about with that later, but we can get stats on later. About 100 of you tuning in tonight, guys. Thanks very much. We had 600 of you hit the like button to get involved in the watch along. So thanks everyone that's catching it live and anyone tuning in after we've been live. Perhaps for the pre-match little ramble that we had, we've got timestamps on everything. So if you are watching live, you can catch it later. See what we felt at halftime or full-time reaction. We'll be kind of live doing all that kind of stuff, of course. So looking forward to just seeing how the game unfolds from here. Really looking forward to playing with the toy a little bit more as well. Scales does this guy Jorginho again in a one-on-one. Honestly, we would need to make an error, I think, or they really need to push it for me to be worried about conceding tonight. McGregor's got 3 guys around him, right? He gets by them. He's on the halfway line. He turns back and passes back to the defence, which, I kind of get it a little bit, but honestly, we are needing to go forward here. Yes, we don't want to lose the ball, but we're set up defensively. And again, that's what I was thinking about in terms of like the physicality in the midfield at this level and just being at Celtic in general. Tierney took a wee kick there. Number 24, cheeky boy. The number one thing we want defenders to be doing at Celtic is defending effectively 1v1. If you're not a good 1v1 defender, you're not that good a defender. And if you're not that good a defender, you shouldn't be at Celtic. So part of the, I think, expectation is when you're playing one of these teams that has 2 to 3 attackers maximum, the back 4 should be able to deal with it for the majority of the time, Scales is getting ragdolled, getting shut pulled all over the place. Again, Ralston, safe pass to Vickers. Vickers, man. Just takes all the pace out of everything, sucks him in, plays it to the goalkeeper, which, like, fine, whatever. But, like, 13 minutes in, we're just, we need to go up gears. That's what we're feeling right now. Right now we've got Scales and Vickers slowly passing the ball between one another, moving up towards the halfway line. Before we now have fired the ball into Yang, who then attracts a few guys around him. And then kind of goes nowhere, because again, we're just firing it into one guy that's pretty much isolated. Brendan, what are you doing on your phone? You're not meant to have your phone in the dugout. I am currently at 14 minutes and 3 seconds. I tried to find a little clock thing to put on this, but there's no function for that anywhere in the system. The first goal we've got on the likes is 67, of course. It's a magic number. We are the away end tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's get the away section bouncing. Smash the like button, get into the live chat. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling about the game. Oh, nice long ball over the top for Maeda. Almost came through, by the way, but a bit too much pace on it. And then as it hit the deck, it started to pick up a bit of momentum, started to bounce and run a bit faster. I'm not getting a good enough look at their team when we're attacking. Yeah, it's like 4-2-3-1 kind of. They're quite narrow. They're wider players. It's maybe a bit more like this. Where it's like quite a narrow 4-3-3. Making like 3 lines. Yeah. And the Topolov kid is on the left. I think it's him anyway. And he's just randomly kind of joining the press. He's a wee bit pacier for a fullback. Back four, and then yeah, Glazer and Arad are definitely still making this little defensive box. But McGregor's getting into these areas and feeling the heat and just playing safe all the time with the defence. Like we're doing it now. We've got the horseshoe, as people refer to it as. And we have, yeah, like 3 players around us. Maeda's dropped in for a wee 1-2 give and go. It's ended up back to Ralston. And McGregor's out here getting involved in play. Now it's with Vickers. Now it's with Scales. You know where this is going, don't you? It's now with Tierney. Tierney's on the left, right out the touchline. Plays the ball down the line for Yang. Yang's first touch takes him in here. He's dribbling with a few bodies, 2 of them. Gets kind of around 2 of them, but the third guy takes it off him. And they've now quickly like countered on this. But again, Scales and Vickers just can deal with these guys. No bother at all. The press is on. There's only 2 of them there, but Forrest and Maeda isn't exactly ferocious in the press as a pair. Long ball to them, goes to the keeper. 16 minutes in, guys. Wow, this is normally when games are like this, the clock really drags in, but the clock is running away already. You can feel that, can't you? Tell me I'm wrong. It doesn't feel like we've only been watching this for 16 minutes and it's 0-0. It does only feel like 5 minutes. Nothing's happened, you know? But as I say, normally when nothing happens, like it's a pure drag. But this is like, whoa, we're almost at 20 minutes in. And they're making wee runs, wee 1-2 plays. New players joining the attack. We're going back. And as new players join in, they're getting given the ball. Someone else is getting given it, and they're moving it across the pitch. We've managed to retreat into good shape. We've got the back 4 with Negren and McGregor in front of them. And Tierney's blocked across. They get a second chance at it. It comes into the box. McGregor intercepts it, plays it to the edge of the box. Yang doesn't quite get on it. Ball comes back into the centre of the area, kind of. Hitati tries to find Maeda. Bounces off one of their defenders. And it's on the edge of the box now. Oofed. Heady tennis from Carter Vickers and then a bicycle kick from Scales. Clears it to real Hitati. Scales has got the ball back at his feet. Plays it easy to Vickers this time. Like, ball movement far too slow. Maeda's not linked up at all well with anyone today. I don't think he's really had the chance to link up. As I look at Maeda now, he's here. He's in the centre circle with their defence around him. So we can just probably move all these guys up a bit. And now here we go. Maeda's got the ball. He's got 3 or 4 guys running around him. He's moving into this kind of area here. He's got Yang in support, just in behind him. They quickly recover everyone in, as you would expect. It's their throw in. Tapalov at right back. Where is that guy? He's over here. Am I tripping or is that guy everywhere? Is it just because we're focusing on him? Wee bit of throw in, heady tennis down the touchline here. Big clearance from the boy Tapalov. It's kind of over in this area now. A wee bit of a fight between Ralston, I think, and whoever that was. Yeah. Brendan's not happy with that. Shouldn't have been a free kick in his opinion. It's just a bit of a, 2 players fighting for the ball. They've got a dead ball now in this kind of situation here. Yeah, they're both kind of wrestling with each other, but they're both doing it. Yeah, I mean, they're both doing it. How you can give a foul to one player in that is... The free kick goes nowhere. McGregor's come in, cleaned it up. And between him, Scales and Vickers, like on the edge of the box here, a couple of passes. We've got the ball. They've retreated from being in quite an advanced position. And now we're back into stroking the ball between the usual suspects. Dyson is in and around here at the moment. Hitati, not too far away from him. Negren, similar position. Quite symmetrical. And yet, as Dyson's dropped in, Negren's ran forward. The ball's come down the other side of the pitch. And that is pretty poor from Yang. It goes out for a goal kick. All Yang's praise I've been singing. Can I take them back? Yeah, that was pretty weak, wasn't it? Tapalov looks pretty happy. I don't know why this guy keeps catching my attention, but there you go. Weird things in football. They're playing it out from the back here. Like a centre back is taking the goal kick. He's played it to the left back area. They've got by-hour press, but they've hit it to the halfway line. McGregor hits a header that goes on to their defender. He then knocks it out, and it's went up all the way to Alistair Johnson. Alistair Johnson. Tony Ralston for a header. Yada yada. Some stuff happened there. It's a throw-in. Sorry, guys. First goal is 67, guys, for the likes. We're only at 54. The away section needs to get to 67 if we're going to do anything tonight, guys. The more likes we get, the more power we send to the team. That's the power the away section has. The away section in Kazakhstan are doing everything they can. We need to add into that. Smash the like button, and we'll get there. As the likes go up, we're playing better. But we need to get to 67. We need to get to 88. We need to get through 100. Those are the things we need to do. And Celtic will work through the gears along with us. You can just feel it. The ball's back with Schmeichel. 21 minutes in. We are running ourselves ragged with no clear objectives. Yeah, there is. Hit the top. I'm quite right. I agree with you. We don't really have a route to go here. It is the kind of the repeat pattern for build-up. And this is just a thing about this Celtic style of play. Is that it's just about building the game up where you can put the opposition where you want them into what you consider a controlled position. Scales is a bit of a 50-50 with one of these guys here, but he comes out with it with the ball. And then he's got it back to Vickers and Ralston for some safe possession. It's back over with Scales in this kind of area here. Fires it all the way out to this kind of area for Tierney. And it went out for a throw-in. Down to Tierney's kind of duel with whoever he was up against there. Yeah, this is basically how it's all set up. We've just kind of moved everything forward again, but big long ball, big switch as well to Yang from right to left. And we've now got Yang, KT. Oh, KT's done two guys, got the ball to Yang here. Yang does well to kind of squeeze it out the crowd. Doesn't go that far, but Hatate ends up catching it on the rebound, plays it into the box for Dyson, in and around the edge of the 6-yard box. He's got Tierney outside him. Gets pulled back to the edge of the box, but then it kind of gets broken up a wee bit, and now Kairat are trying to escape. But now the wee man's just putting his foot on the ball, turns and tries to hit a long one. And yeah, we recovered, defend very well. We've already got everyone back. They're attacking 1-on-1 with the keeper. Schmeichel, what a save, tackle, whatever we're calling that. Ricardinho 1-on-1 with the keeper, by the way. That is heart in the mouth stuff there. Yeah, that quick. And that's wild offside. Wild offside. No chance anyway. Schmeichel saved it. And he just gets in between Scales and Vickers. He is offside, quite clearly. I don't think anyone's really to blame for that. Breathe. Yeah. I don't know. 1-on-1 with Schmeichel. He's just got to cross your fingers and pray. McGregor played a forward pass to Hatate, who was the most advanced player on the pitch at the time. It then went back to Tierney. Tierney's played a big one for Yang, who's got all the way into this zone here. Where's my Yang? There he is. Cuts it back for Hatate. Oh! Hatate crosses it in from this area here. And who's that gets the head on it? Is it Negren? Hatate floats in a nice little ball from this area here. Someone gets a head on it and forces the keeper into a save. Might have been Forrest. Oh, it was Forrest. Oh, lucky wee man. Nice header, and keeper makes a good save right under the post. Not quite a Yang header from the weekend, but very similar. Tierney sends Yang down the line here very, very well. From back all the way back here. Yang gets into this zone, does very well to cut it back for Hatate, and Hatate puts it on a plate for Forrest. Forrest does very well with a header, but to no avail. We had a corner, but no, it's not a corner. Oh, we had the corner, took it quick and short. Bounced, and then they tried to do it short and they get caught out. Sorry, it happens so fast when we try to tell you about the wee highlight there. Yeah, Negren. So whenever we're defending, we're getting a lot of Negren coming back to support more than Hatate. Hatate is kind of the off forward. He's kind of back defending now. We're right in our box. Hitate's on edge of the box. Maeda is the highest player on the pitch, and essentially Maeda's just about now getting into this area. Everyone else is right back. Yang's coming back and defending quite well here. Also, we're very deep and compact. They're attacking down our right-hand side. Plenty of bodies in the box for us. Too many of us are retreating too much. It's all that ball watching, defending. They cross it in towards the back post. Guy gets a header on it, beats Tierney in the air. I think he clangs Tierney. McGregor picks him up. He's all right. Yeah, good play from them. Good defense. We've got everyone back except for Hatate, Yang, and Maeda. Even Nygren's back in the box defending. Oh, you keep the ball down. Cal Mack, no Scott Brown. Yeah, well, he's turned into Scott Brown tonight. Oh, hit from the edge of the box. Deflections can take them anywhere. Takes it out for a goal kick. 27 minutes in, guys. There's 100 of you here, but it's 66 likes. Take your phone out your pocket. Change the tab on your screen. Whatever you need to do, man. Smash the like button. Get us to 67. We're playing a little bit better, but we're definitely not scoring goals until we hit some like goals. You just know that's the way Celtic work here, you know. Brendan Rodgers has got the live stream on his phone. We've seen David Stalker, Brendan Rodgers' alt account in the live chat. Brendan's keeping an eye on the likes, and he knows when to tell the boys to go and score a goal for us. We're starting to attack them a little bit now, but it's one player at a time. And yeah, Negren makes the mistake of giving it to Ralston, who gives it to McGregor, which means it's going to go to Scales. So we end up, we've just kind of pushed them back to this kind of situation here. We've kind of got them all the way back to their box now, which is nice, but oh, good ball for Hatate down the left from a throw in from Tierney. It's the side netting. So there's not real width from this opposition team, so nothing's really coming around the outside of us. But maybe it has one of those chances a minute ago, but it's just going out there because that's where there's space. They're not trying to play in the wide areas. They're trying to really go through the middle. We're trying to get guys just like coming out in blind spots or running off and through the gaps. But when we get the ball, we've really struggled to keep it down, like the chat says. Dyson and Negren win the ball back. But look, clearly. Oh, God, man, this game's giving me the yawns. They don't win it cleanly and ends up with the... Oh, it's went all the way back to the keeper. Dyson is on that keeper, by the way. He wants to give that guy PTSD for the rest of his career. Dyson is going to get him. They have got a threat in attack, Kairat. A bit more threat in attack than I would have expected for them to have in this game. But I think it's quite clear that they're saying worst case scenario extra time. That's the way they're planning. If an opportunity comes, take it. If it doesn't, don't try and force it. You know? Because they're just kicking out for throw-ins all the time. Honestly, it's so hard to watch. And the clock keeps just running away. Even though it's boring football when it's pure negative in that sense of the ball's not actually kind of zipping. No. There's been a few chances. Obviously, they had their one-on-one with Schmeichel and stuff that was offside, but these games normally drag in, and this is flying away. Ouija 2. Now, that's given me, your comment and that sentiment is giving me mad flashbacks from playing Rangers last year. Like, there's the whole thing of screw your opponent, focus on yourself and beat them. And I get that. But it has to, that it can't be an absolute statement or anything like that, It's something that is within context, I think. Same as playing out from the back. Like everything is football. It's about picking your moments to do these things. Do you try and Scales under a bit of pressure, gets it to Tierney. Tierney clears it. They head it back up. Tierney collects it again. Tierney is dribbling people inside out in the centre midfield spot. He comes away with it, drops the ball back for Vickers. The ref gives them a free kick. Tierney's got two guys around him and he's in possession of the ball, ref. I don't know if he kind of stamps on a guy's foot a wee bit, but he's in possession of the ball. They need to give McKeown a chance in this I don't know if this qualifier has room for chances, that's it. But I'm with you. McKeown's not had enough European experience and he's got that sort of play style where this is a game especially he could make a difference in because Kairat are not above Luke McKeown's level. They're playing a set piece here, one of their main routes to goal. They've got their whole team in the box. They play it right into the back post of the left-hand side where the left back would be. And it comes out. Dyson's got the solo press, the suicide run to do. Goalkeeper's out in this area here. Lewis Mata coming down the left for them. They've got one guy in the box, which is Ricardinho, that is. Hanging about Scales and Vickers. Going to try and press Ralston now. And yeah, we're just playing into this. Yeah. You can see Dyson doesn't want to get injured, so he gets a move. Nah, I don't see that. I think Rodgers is still going to talk about high intensity, quick football. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what he's going to say in the aftermath of all this. 0-0, 33rd minute. Not had a shot on target yet against a rookie goalkeeper in Europe. And again, it's something we've been highlighting on the channel, like letting goalkeepers off the hook. Like we have let so many goalkeepers off the hook in the last 12 months. The Zagreb keeper, Mignolet for Bruges. This guy in the first leg should have conceded for them, when he came on the pitch for the number one guy. And domestically, there's been one or two that have got away with it. One or two domestic keepers have had good matches against us. Don't get me wrong on that, but there's sometimes in matches where it's like, we didn't give that guy in to do. He should have been super busy. Really tested to the limit. Yang just turns a guy inside out. Absolutely kills him. Plays Tierney on the overlap. Tierney from the edge of the box. Byline. Cuts it back to the penalty spot. It gets blocked by one of them. Edge of the box. Lofted cross to the back post for Forrest. Gets brought down. They defend it. McGregor keeps it going. Plays it into, I think that's Ralston. Gets wiped out. Comes to Forrest. He gets wiped out. The ref goes over to see about the free kick there. Oh, nice. There we go. Is that second gear we're in now? Can we say we're in second gear? McGregor nodding the ball forward, keeping the pressure on in a really advanced position there. We're talking about this type of area of the pitch. In and around the edge of the box. They were trying to clear it out, but McGregor's like, nah. Nods it into this area for Ralston. One of these guys come in and wipe him out. Forrest then gets on the ball. Somebody wipes him out. And now we've got a free kick over in this position here. With Ralston looking pretty damn winded. I'm sure he's going to get up. The Bricky, this is what he's made for. Coming into these games for Scotland, for Celtic, and just taking it when you need to. Putting your body on the line and just get up and carry on. Make no mistakes. Leave it all out there. Big Tony, the Bricky, walks it off. The Gren standing over the ball. Yeah, it was not pleasant at all, was it? The Gren stands over the free kick, whips it in, front post header kind of from Dyson, but he's like really ducked down to get contact on it, and it's end up coming to the edge of the box. Everyone's now on the edge of the box. We've got the ball at the halfway line. We've tried to play it long into the box over the top, but they've cleared it. It's now with Ralston in a sort of defensive midfield area in front of the back two. Let's grab all these guys. Because, yeah, we're quite high up on the pitch. Even Scales is up in this kind of zone here now. Tierney as well. They're trying to switch it around the right-hand side to try and attack us down this area. They've just about managed to do it. We've managed to get everyone across, but quite well. They've got two men on our back line. One's with Ralston, and one is between Tierney and Ralston. Tierney and Scales, I beg your pardon. I know I'm a wee bit behind. I've not got Amazon set up for this TV, but I've just got the Pirate. You know, I'm selling the high seas on this TV. If I'm a wee bit behind you, I'm terribly sorry. But like I said before, there's also a YouTube delay as well. So when I say something, it takes like 10 to 30 seconds for it to happen on your phone as well. So I might have a little bit of a delay on my broadcast, and then there's also the YouTube delay. So I'm sorry, it is basically unavoidable no matter what anyway. Yeah, horrible game. Good job. It was, yeah, I'm with you there. Press pause for a minute. With me? It's good to sync up for the second half as well. We can do that at that point. Approaching half time. And yeah, I wonder what the scores on the doors are looking like. Not very good. Not very good. Ah. The way Sorare has got the Kairat team displayed, which is the way it's done through Opta, makes a lot more sense than what was on that UEFA page. So Gromyko is on the left. This Marinsky guy is higher on the right. Topolov is at right back. These guys are in the engine room, and it's Jorginho off the front man. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. And again, between our back five, there's 3 players to deal with, and including Schmeichel, the back 6. We're stroking the ball around here. It's maybe a wee bit jailbait. Vickers gets brought down. We get a cheap free kick. Stephen Kennedy, you so confused me there. Very funny. Mike Quinn, the football is dire. Hopefully not the stream. Do we have a bingo card about how many defensive bicycle kicks? We should add that on. We would have one checked off with Scalesy from earlier. Was there another one? Ryan, someone. Yeah, it's going that way tonight, isn't it? Where we just kind of keep the ball down. Again, their plan is very clearly get to penalties. But again, they're taking chances. But they don't care about knocking it out for a throw-in. That's just fine for them. That's a funny one. Rodgers coming on the pitch to save himself. Where's Anton when you need him? Oh, jeez. Come on, boys. The Glen gives a foul away. 39th minute. Just about to become the 40th minute. Just on the edge of the centre circle, middle of the pitch. We can't even string 5 passes together. River, see, you're spot on there. Like, we are really struggling to move the ball. Keep the ball, move it. I thought we would have had a lot more like Zagreb and Bruges, sustained periods of possession. But there's been no sustained possession in this game. I don't think I'll need to. Let's save this copy. Match, because this might jigger up a bit. We need to end the share. Yeah, it did. Share screen, entire screen. Screen 2. Yeah, that's the right one. Put me back down here, please. And number 2. 40 minutes wasted. You can say that again. Where's the impetus? Rebel 86. There is no impetus. The impetus. I don't want to hang anything on McGregor because he's not really put a foot wrong in this game, but he's teacher's pet mode tonight. Super safe. You know, Tierney's running his socks out down the left here, zips it right into Dyson, who, you know, he's kind of not really the ball he was expecting. I don't think that much pace on it. Ends up bobbling all the way back to their goalkeeper, who's just strolling with the ball at his toes right now. Throw-ins are so scary. Let me go and get the stats page. Oh no, that's Twitter, not Flash Scores. Let I'm going to put this here. So far we've got XG is non-existent. Possession 60-40 essentially. One shot on target for us, one big chance for us. They've had a big chance, but it was offside, so it's not statistically captured. XG, I said non-existent. Total shots and everything else embarrassing. Big chances, whatever. Corners, one each. Touches in the box. Fuck, look at that. They've had 4 touches in our box. We've had 6 in theirs. That's just 42.5 minutes in at this point. Offsides and free kicks. Passes, long passes. Where is it? Where's throw-ins? 17 throw-ins we've had. They've had 12. Well, the ball's ran through to their keeper there. We'll revisit the stats at half-time. We're always going to be a bit worse away from home, I think, Big Dom, aren't we, than we are at home. Get Engels in at half-time, get some energy in the team. Yeah, I suppose you're taking off Forrest then, aren't you? Yang showed some good energy at times. Not been perfect. He's had a good moment and a bad moment in this half. But Forrest hasn't really offered anything. Forrest has been a lot more kind of narrow into the team. You know, like off the ball, he's not really part of the front three. He's much more part of a midfield kind of three with Negren and Hatate. Much more like this. Maeda's doing the kind of... Sometimes Forrest is pressing too, don't get me wrong, and joining Dyson, but it's closer to being Yang more often than not. But off the ball, it's like 4-1, 4-1 for us. If we take away the Kazakhs for a minute. Maeda plays Yang on the overlap. It's not a great pass for him, and someone manages to slide tackle it. Yang goes 50-50 with somebody quite nicely. Tierney collects it. It's back with our defence. McGregor and Scales. McGregor's now kind of roaming into this area here and looking for someone to find. Gives it to Vickers. Gives him it back. Hatate's dropping right into this area here to get it off him. And Hatate gives it to Vickers after McGregor goes here. And then McGregor comes back. And Hatate moves. Scales has it. Plays it to Hatate. Nice wee half turn. Gets away from 1 or 2 guys. Plays it to McGregor. Ooh. Into Dyson. Dyson flicks it out for Yang. Doesn't quite get there. Defender kind of clears it. And our defender clears it before Hatate can get to it. Then come into McGregor. It's kind of bounced around. Vickers has been involved in a 50-50 with somebody. The striker, Ricardinho, and they've got a little free kick. How many fouls have we conceded? We'll go through all the stats at halftime. We're almost at halftime, so we had a wee glance because I was curious about the throw-ins, but we'll do proper stats at halftime. The diag behind their right back is on if Maeda was left wing. Yeah, again, like I get the whole goal with Dyson through the middle, but it's not worked. You know, it's not worked. I would get Johnny Kenny on or Shin Yamada before Engels. I don't mind this, but yeah, I think you take off Forrest probably. You get a bit more time out of Yang. I think put Yang on the right, just run him a bit longer before you bring Engels in for him and then put Negren into that spot. But yeah, I'd probably go Forrest for... Oh, McGregor edge of the box. Nice shot. He's claiming for a handball, but it's still bouncing around. It's still on if we can get to it. Dyson pressures the guy. Doesn't fall until the second bite of the cherry. Referee, of course, takes the bait and gives them the free kick. 1 minute of added time. We're 30 seconds into it. Nice attempt. We'll see that replay. If there is a handball situation, VAR has now got the chance to catch it. Yang's been hot and cold. I don't think Forrest has done anything, so on the basis of inactivity, I would take him off of before Yang. We're not seeing a replay of the McGregor thing. For some reason, we've seen a replay of Tati and Negren playing the ball to each other. But that goalkeeper, like, his gloves are still fresh out the box. You know, they've not done anything but pick the ball off the ground to lay it down for a goal kick or a free kick. Turned the guy inside out. Fired it into Tierney. There's been a wee moment or two where Yangs went for it. And that's it at half time now, guys. So what time are we on the show? We are at 51. Let's just say 50. Let's see, 51. 50. Oh, sure. Let's just say 52 since we're getting there. Half time. There we go. Cal Mackey's still up his game big time. Right, guys, get your first half thoughts, feelings, and takeaways in here. We've seen the first half go out. We'll have a look at the statistics as well. For the hoops, we have had 0.1 XG, which I think was mainly thanks to that Callum McGregor shot from the edge of the box right before halftime. We're getting on for 65% possession. There's only been 2 shots for us and for them. We've had the one on target, 1 big chance created in the game, a corner apiece as well. And passing accuracy is really nice, good volume and all the rest of it. But as we've seen from this match, and as you can see with the shape of the team here, it's been a lot of nothing burger, a lot of nowhere balls. We've not seen Negren and Hatate link up at all. I've not really seen Forrest really venture out too much, especially in attack. If we are getting attacks in the first half, it's been all down the left with Yang and Tierney. Yang has had an up and a down first half, to keep it kind. He's had maybe 1 moment of, maybe 2 moments of kind of good activity, and a few, maybe 2 or 3 other ones of not being there, not being at it kind of thing. Tierney's been motoring up and down the line very, very well. He's looked the part so far. And Dyson has been kind of everywhere. You know, he's been happy to drop into the wide areas. He's been dropping deep to try and get touches of the ball as well. But Dyson, although he's a much better build-up player than Ida, and I would even say Kyogo or Giacomakis, he's still not got great technique. So a few things have been bouncing off him. And subsequently, we've not managed to get that grapple hold, that footing higher up the pitch. So between us and the Kazakhstanis, it's actually been quite a spread out match. They've had like 3 players constantly thinking about pressing us, and their defensive line hasn't been too deep. It's actually worked out quite well between when they play a little bit higher and try and support their pressing players, and when they do drop a bit deeper because we're going to try and go on and do something. So they've played it quite smart. They've been very well organized up until this point. But like I said a minute ago, the goalkeeper, his gloves are fresh out the box. There's absolutely nothing happened. Negren's not really had much joy in this game, but I do think on the right-hand side, he's not got people to really help him out in that way. It doesn't feel like anything's really happening on the right, and we're happier for Dyson to float into these pockets and pull Negren into the middle here. And it's just not really worked out so far, you know. So I think Forrest, if I was making a halftime sub, we'll do a new poll, right? Hope you've all liked on arrival. We're at 103 likes, everyone. Love to see it. Who subs at halftime? How many are you making? How many is Brendan making? However you want to think of it. 0, 1, or 2 are the options. And after you vote, feel free to tell me in the chat what you think is going to happen. And I told you before the game that they are playing for penalties. Make no mistake about it. Now, they've had some attacking thrust in this game. They have had those opportunities where they get the ball into this guy. He then plays to Ricardinho, and then like this guy might try and bomb on and get behind the centre backs, or this guy might try and bomb on and get into some space. And that's really the sort of play they got to get their one-on-one. But they're not openly attacking. They're not overly committing. They're happy to play really speculative balls into basically, where's the wee highlighter? You know, they're really happy to play speculative balls into here and into here. And see if it goes out for a throw-in. Cool. Doesn't bother us, you know. We'll just go and reset and play from the throw in and go from there. And we've not really had a chance to get them quick, you know, between rest defense, pressing us, or any transition periods in between. And it's been, I said through the first half, for a game that was so boring, that had nothing going on it, the clock just ran away. Normally those games are super boring and it drags, but not this match. It flew away in a big, big way. There was nervy moments in the first half. Schmeichel having to make that save that we just mentioned, of course, being one of them, of course. But yeah, it's been huffing and puffing, and I don't think Maeda through the middle was the way to go for this one. I would have went with Kenny. I don't think would Kenny have made much of a difference first half? Probably not, you know, really, if we're being honest. But I don't think Maeda as the solo press is worked. You know, it's done the damage. Even Martin O'Neill's praising Yang. Yang's been decent. You know, he's had some minutes, some moments, but he's had one or two balls that have just hit off him and some passes down the line that didn't really. But Steve, it's just all within context. Like, what do you want your player to do? You want him to dribble by people, and you want him to play the ball forward. Yang has dribbled by a few guys. Yang has done well with like 3 guys around him in moments in that first half where they had to end up fouling 2 or 3 guys. He drives in at people. He takes people on. It's not a common thing in wingers. I'll get Charlie McGrew on my broadcast. I've not got Martin O'Neill. I look forward to catching that maybe when it's released as a YouTube video afterwards. Benji and so yeah, off the ball, we've definitely had a lot more of Hatate being closer to Maeda and Negren being eerily similar to like O'Reilly and Engels. And I never thought we would get this out of Negren. It just felt too much of a front foot player for me. But Negren has been the one making the little box back in defence here whenever we have been defending. And he has still done well to get back up the pitch and support attacks. But yeah, maybe are they getting in each other's way? I've not really noticed that per se. I'll keep an eye on that. And we'll see what highlights we get at halftime, which are on screen at the moment. Celtic giveaways, yeah, we're just sliding the ball out to nowhere. Yeah, it's just no possession being maintained. I expect Brendan to go through them for that. Does Engels help you retain the ball a bit better when moving it through the thirds, when moving it through the lines? I think he might. Yeah, like there's a ball there from Yang where he just totally misses Negren 2 yards away from him, trying to play it out to Forrest. Yeah. And we see a wee chance here coming down the right when Negren cuts it inside for Forrest. And Forrest can't get by that guy there, which, you know, I don't know if you're watching the same highlight reel, but yeah, it's not terribly great for him. If we go back to the stats in the first half, we've also got shots and all that kind of stuff. 2-2, we've seen them at the beginning, obviously. 1 shot off target for them, a block shot apiece. 1 shot from inside the box for us. 2 shots from outside the box for them, a big chance. We've had 1 corner, they've had 1 corner. We've had 6 touches in their box. They've only had the 4. 3 offsides to Kairat. 4 free kicks for us, 10 free kicks for them. Passes in the final third, we've had 29 completed out of 45. 17 1 cross made out of 6. And throw-ins, we've got 17, they've got 12. It's just been throw-in city first half. And Yang, yeah, like Yang's had some good minutes, man. Yang's had, I'd say, 3 or 4 good moments in the first half and probably 2 or 3 bad moments in the first half. And then everything else is grey, like meh, you know. I'd take Calmac off now. That's just never going to happen, SSM. 0 tempo, Liam Devine, you're spot on there. Quinn, you've got to wonder how many people actually know what they're looking at. No, well, I'm not. I don't know how I've said anything there, so apologies. We've smashed the like goal, guys. So thanks very much to everyone that's tuning in here at halftime. As we see, it's Celtic 0, Kairat 0, and it's a game of no excuses, and there's really no real chance taken in this one. I do feel that Kairat have made it hard to take some chances here and there, but we're watching a replay here of them when they played it out from the back, really short from their goal kick. Yeah. We're seeing Dyson kind of getting on the ball and kind of dribbling. Yeah. Few chances there. Maeda's got into some good spots, actually. Kind of seen it back. I'm kind of multitasking when I'm live or when the match is live and we're talking through it all. But Maida's picked up some good spots. All those touches in the box that we just seen on the statistics are probably from him. Yeah, that's probably quite fair there. What? You thought I hung up the camera? No, no. Oh, do you think it was going to be on my channel? I don't know. I don't get the joke, sorry. But I counted 5 mistakes from Yang in a 10-minute period. Okay, well, he's had 5 mistakes, and I'd probably say he's had, what did I say? I think 3 or 4 good moments. So fine. I'm happy with that for the third choice left winger, you know, ideally. Third choice left winger, third choice right winger. That's not bad, is it? Really, come on, man. Forrest off, McKeown on. I don't mind that, actually. Weirdy beardy. I do not mind that. The poll is flying away, guys. A lot of you are voting for 2 subs at halftime. Is that what you think should happen or what you want to happen? Forrest for McKeown would be really interesting, but I don't see it not being Forrest for Engels, really. Or Forrest for Engels or Forrest for Kenny or Yamada. I think a striker is a better player to put on at this point. You can always bring Engels on later. At least the balance sheet's looking good, Aiden. Oy. I'm just watching first half highlights. Passing looks pretty scrappy. Forrest unlucky with the header. Yeah, that was a big chance, wasn't it? Too deep. Yep. You're very right there, Andrew Galilea, with the take on McGregor first half. I don't think McGregor's really put a foot wrong, but McGregor, see, I think it's teacher's pet mode, you know, Hatate for Engels and Forrest for the ball boy. I don't think that's going to happen. But it's just like follow the plan, McGregor. Orchestrate the team, McGregor, to the will of the manager. That's what it feels like is happening here. And there's no connection between the midfield three. Like normally, or not normally, but there's something earlier in the season since we got Negren in that felt what we had. There was this connection more between the 3 of them. And really, whenever Negren would go somewhere, Hatate wouldn't be too far behind. And McGregor is always just shuttling across to make sure that he's kind of guarding these guys wherever they're going. If Negren makes it all the way into the box, Hatate's not too far off there. We're staying a lot closer. Whereas the old midfield shape used to be totally disconnected, where it would be start them out wide and then, you know, get people playing off them and allow them to drive in. But recently this year, it's been much more of the midfield is like a unit. Negren can drop in, try and encourage McGregor forward for a wee bit. Hatate can drop in. Negren's got full license to bomb on, and people can always go and support. But yeah, McGregor is not. He's not flipping that triangle, is he? He's not changing that angle ever. There's never any moment where McGregor is going, right, Negren, play me back. Bang, here you go. I'm the boss. I'm the captain. I'm McGregor. Give me the ball back. I'll get on the edge of the box and play it in for somebody. You know, or Hatate, here you, take the ball, play it back into me, you know, and then somebody else coming to help. You know, look, there's none of that. You know, we're getting midfielders out into areas and we're trying to make these link-up plays happen. Not today, but in the left-hand side, it's, yeah, so we could probably do it on the left, but on the left, it's a bit more, it's actually a bit more between Tierney, Yang, and Maeda. The way this is working, because Maeda's coming out quite wide quite often, and Tierney and Yang have definitely got something going on, but Tierney's tried to find Dyson once or twice, and then they try and find Yang. There's been some nice kind of little triangle moves with these guys in the first half. But then, like, again, we're kind of begging for Negren to get in here. And because Negren sometimes is like in this position when the play starts, it's then maybe Hatate. Hatate is maybe a bit more in this position. So we're then needing people to either take longer on the ball or do it themselves, you know, and that's just not happening. So we need to be a bit more adventurous with when we get on the ball. Like, the defense can defend. McGregor's doing a good enough shift in shielding the defense, but on the ball, like, we need to have that kind of link-up play we've got in the wide area. We need that through the middle, because the Kairat mob are playing. I'm just going to close Celtic off for a minute here so I can fix their team. But when we're in attack, or when they're not playing super deep, you know, they're actually quite engaging in making it rather hard to play through the thirds. But they are, like, these 2 guys are just shuttling across and making sure that back line is thoroughly protected. And between this guy and this guy, it becomes 2 banks of 4 really quickly. And then with Jorginho just kind of floating into these spaces to make it even more crowded, it's really hard to play through them. And it's always even harder to play through a team when you're so far spread out. We try and play the ball into any of these zones. Look at how many 1v2s we're against. That's the real problem we've got here. And that's when, especially when the balls are in the air and it's 50-50s, he heads it, comes off his backside, comes off his shoulder. Forrest gets a touch. Oh, it's their throw in, crap like that. So I think we need to we just need to see this for what it is and go, do you know what? See, when we are attacking, we move all you guys up into this kind of zone here. McGregor, you need to take some initiative at some point and bomb on. If Negren is moving forward, if we do have that little left-hand triangle we highlighted, and Dyson's peeling into this kind of space, Yang's overlapping, Negren's floating in here, McGregor needs to be living in his shadow and being, if you think about Negren's goals he's picked up at the weekend, that kind of guy on the edge of play, so that all these guys retreat back into the box. Can we try and get... Yeah, we did. Brilliant. They all get sucked into the box in this kind of style of play here. If they get the ball, it dies down. We need somebody that's going to be, no, I'm getting a shot away and I'm going to stop you breaking out. Could that be... It's more often than not expected to be Hatate, but depending on what side of the pitch it's on or how the play is going to go, like, get in front of this man, close it, cut off the pass in that way, keep the pressure on. There was a moment where McGregor did that and he kept the ball up here with the header. We ended up winning the free kick Negren took. We need a bit more of that. We need it to be that he wants to do it rather than just, I'm here and this is the only kind of pass I can make. So a first half of, you might say missed opportunities, but just no opportunities. We've killed the clock. We've thrown away 45 minutes, which after throwing away the first leg is really playing into their hands. Really playing into their hands. So we'll try and set the boys back up for the second half. Because we're kicked off now. So we're at 107.20. 107.20. 107.20. Second half. Let's see what we didn't get any subs, did we? 48% of you wanted 2 subs, and then it was 27% for 0 or 1. Going to double check the old flash scores update here. No subs at halftime. So now the screen and the board look like the same, I think, don't they? Yeah, Scales is way out of position here. They've got like 6 guys in and around the box, but we've managed to clear it with Tierney. Maeda tries to get on the clearance, can't. They've got it again. Crossing the edge of the box. High, but slow and weak. Comes to the edge of the box. Hatate tries to play Maeda into space, and it's just way off. Goes out for a throw-in. Let's say Yang's in this kind of area here, and Maeda is it coming into this zone. And when we've got Negren here, like, we're kind of losing the striker presence with Maeda. Get angles on. There we go. Oh, yeah. Right, so Vickers fires it into Negren, drops it back for McGregor, plays out to Tierney. Kind of know what's going on, I guess, don't you? Just on the outside of the centre circle in our defensive third. Yang and Maeda, nice little link-up play on the left-hand side. Yang again on that play, driving inside with Maeda in this kind of pocket here, then looking to go off him. But it doesn't really get linked up. Ball breaks down. It's kind of bouncing all over the place. They've switched it in and behind for the guy with Rouse to go 1v1. He kind of knocks a ball towards the near post, but Schmeichel just kind of catches it easily enough and it breaks down. Could see Bernardo coming on. If we're winning, definitely. If we're winning, I could definitely see Bernardo coming on. Hit the top. You're spot on. We need to take shots. We need to test the goalkeeper. Even if it's corners and free kicks, man, we need just to get a goal. Vickers tried to play the ball forward quickly there. McGregor wins it back. Forrest plays it into Negren. Negren has two with him. Oh, come on, man. You've got to be playing Yang there. Yang is on the outside. The ball's come down the right-hand side here. Got itself into Negren. And Yang was on the edge of it all, begging for the ball to come in here, and it just did not happen. Negren get his pocket picked, and the play broke down. But McGregor keeping the front foot nature there, going forward. Yeah, and it comes to Forrest, and then Negren before Yang's unfound. Brendan's telling Negren some more stuff. Doing this. We have a throw in and we give them the possession back. So I think McGregor studded the guy. Uh-oh. Vickers is holding his toe. Uh-oh. This could be bad. They both are complaining. Both players, if they both got studded in the toe. But that's not really possible. They can't both get studded, can they? Vickers is up. Yeah, they want penalties, guys. They want penalties. Dan, by the way, thank you very much for the super chat. I did see it, my man. I just kind of forgot about it in the heat of the second half there. Thanks a lot again for the support, Dan. It really does mean a lot. SSM, don't be doing that in the chat. Dropping OMGs before I see something. Calmax class, isn't he? So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. Is that sarcasm, perhaps? Schmeichel plays a long one. Forrest is the most advanced player. Their centre-back chests it down for the left-back. Maeda goes to press him, but the left-back gets away from him. Gets by Ralston, plays a 1-2 with the attacking player. The left-back is now on the last line. Plays it into the striker. McGregor. Oh. Jesus. That's a... Jesus, man. They're going to be shouting for a pass back. Jesus. Wow. Yes, SSM, I'm a full minute behind you there. That is wild, by the way. Schmeichel's obviously known he can't touch it with his hands there. I would be shouting for pass backs, by the way. I don't know. I know pass back rule, like it's really more of a sentiment thing. Like you can tell he's not passed it back to the keeper, and you know, like it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. By the way, I don't think the pass back rule needs to be enforced here. I can't remember why, but there is definitely like an element of it that's like, oh, if it does happen, it's no big deal. You see it in the Premier League every once in a while, things that look like pass backs, and nobody even claims for it, to be honest with you. McGregor and Schmeichel are having a right fight with each other. Oh, because it's out for a corner. Oh no, they've got the pass back. Oh my god. They've got the pass back. He's gave them it. Oh my god. Ouija, thank you very much for the £10 super chat, my man. Really does mean a lot. Thank you for all the support, Ouija. What the hell is going on here, man? McGregor. You, honestly, after this set piece happens, as long as we get out, we're going to, I hope, I'm crossing my fingers, we get out of this in one piece, right? But, oh, they've got a guy ready to just run up and toe bash this, man. I can see the chat doesn't look happy. Trying to avoid the chat for a second because you're ahead of me. They're right on the 6-yard line. Oh my God. It would have hit his face anyway with those ones. Oofed. We get out. McGregor honestly needs to go and grab the game by the scruff of the neck here. Oh no. The chat doesn't look good, guys. The chat doesn't look good. I can't lie. I cannot lie. The chat does not look good. No. Nah, inconclusive. Yeah, I would have got away with it. We're playing the ball. Good. Thank God. Oh, thank God. 54 minutes in. Oh my God. Right, McGregor, fucking that is, if you didn't get a cold shower before, Simon Fedeni, I know part of it is like when I say something on YouTube, it takes like 10 to 30 seconds for you to hear it in your phone. And then like I'm sailing the high seas for the game tonight to watch it on the TV that's in this room. So there's nothing, it's kind of unavoidable. I'm on exactly 54:30 right now. I'm no watching or reading chat. You're my eyes and ears, Quinny. Love it. Boyheed Bob, thank you. So yeah, they've got a free kick for the goalkeeper. He's kicked it long. They've got a bit of confidence now, by the way. You can feel that they've got a wee bit of, let's get after them. Let's go for it now. It's only down to this 45 minutes. It's just not clicking for us. They've got their tails up a wee bit here. I don't think Engels really changes this, to be honest with you. Not really too sure anything on the bench really changes this. Would Rodgers take off McGregor for Bernardo now, by the way? Oh, again, this half is flying away. 10 minutes in already, guys. Can you believe it? 2 minutes 20 behind you, Stephen Kennedy. Wow. Sorry, man. Sorry. I'd love to boost it up, but there's nothing I can really do. I could set up the prime, which would take time, and at this point, and the thing isn't worth doing. But it's still going to be like a minute behind because of YouTube and internet and stuff from when I talk and you hear it. Oh, yes, Negren wins as a wee free kick. Good job, Ben. Good job, Ben. Yeah, Negren knows. Negren knows. This is absolute embarrassing. Get Yang, Forrest off, Engels, McKibben on. I can dig it. But who are you playing up front then? Oh, big clearance from them, by the way. Very close to a wee get out of jail moment there with an OG for us. Very, very close. We've got a corner out of it. Or not, maybe a goal kick. Or they've gave a free kick to... So we got that free kick played in the Negren won. Maeda. Oh, that's feeble, ref. Maeda gets round the back line in the wide zone, out this kind of area. Plays it in and behind the defence. The goalkeeper and the defender both come for it. Bit of panic. He clears it away. But one of these guys ended up decking it in the defensive run back. And the refs gave him a free kick for it. So yeah, better move this board around a wee bit more. Use the toys we've got. Can watching a full football game make you sick? Because I feel ill watching this group. Yeah. It can make you tired, it can make you sad, it can make you happy. Don't know if it can make you sick, but a lot of money in Kazakhstan, says Stephen Kennedy. Yeah, I remember I was in Jakarta for some work years ago, and I remember seeing adverts for Kazakhstan on the TV, and it was like 8th biggest. I'm making the numbers up, but it was like, oh, we're the 8th biggest economy in the world now, and #1 growing economy, and da 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 da. And so I think there's a lot of stuff there. Do they not have like space stuff in Kazakhstan, like spaceships and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. And what about the gateway to hell? Or is that Turkmenistan? Or so I don't think the gateway to hell is really like a big money maker, is it, I suppose? But natural gases and that kind of thing essentially is what I'm thinking about there. They're switching it from left to right here, and he's going to make it all right. If it doesn't get any better than this, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Kasper Schmeichel masterclass in the penalty shootout. That's Celt. You're drinking the same tea as me. I expected that to be their plan for this game. Vickers has just got the slippers on the night. We're playing it right round the back, right in our box. We've really sucked them in, but we now need to make that count. Tierney finds Maeda. Like we're that literally where I've got them, back here in the box playing with the ball. And we did manage to get it to Maeda to try and escape, but he bought a foul. We've taken the free kick. They have now got the ball somehow. Vickers is isolated out here in a one-on-one, retreating into the box. They try to put a cross in, but Big Vic blocks it. Don't know how he got isolated there, but he was not happy about it. McGregor was in recovery behind him, so could have helped him out. Scales and Tierney had the back post covered. Come on, man. CCV chat it. CCV is good. The chat is so polarizing at times, isn't it? He's just got the slippers on, and that's just the only criticism I think you can give the lad is he does just play with his slippers on. There we go. There we go. Hitate. Doesn't quite get away with it, but good hold-up play to try and get out the corner there. Doesn't quite work out. They've got the ball kind of back in this area here. They floated the ball in. They're kind of attacking down this space here. Fire it towards the front post. Schmeichel, big hands above his head to catch the ball. Releases it very quickly for Yang, who's now breaking down the left. He's got by one guy, but the second guy can get to the ball before him and just smashes it. Schmeichel claims it, but there's a Celtic player down in the box. I'm going to say it's Kieran Tierney or Ralston. It is Ralston. Ralston might be cooked. Ralston might be cooked, everyone. Yeah, physio's on. Do we get to see a replay of maybe what happened? Got clangered in an aerial challenge and just kind of stayed down. Not really clear what's happened from the replays that we're getting shown. Time to ban some bots, Quinny. Oh, yeah, I see it. Let's put user in timeout. There we go. Thanks for the shout. Horrified at this nonsense. Yeah, rightfully so. They've got a guy down injured as well. They're just 60 minutes in, guys. Honestly, how much football have we seen tonight? Like the highlight package so far is probably like 40 seconds long, isn't it? Big Dom, I think the arrivals we've got is like the minimum. So regardless if we're in Europa League or Champions League, we need Sriracha in, we need Balikwisha. It sounds like Stengs is going to be off, but I'm not going to record the transfer video for this week, which comes out tomorrow. But I'm going to record it tomorrow once we've got the aftermath of this game, and we can maybe see where some of these situations lie. So we've been linked to a Galatasaray player, which we will definitely need if we're going to be in the Champions League. And Alistair Johnson won't return to training for 3 months, won't be fit for 3 months, you know. So that's a really important part of our Champions League campaign. So I could see the Galatasaray guy being a real deal, being a real thing we go after if we're in the Champions League. If we're in the Europa League, but I think we'll happily just cheap out and stick with Ralston and Donovan until AJ is back. They're making a substitution. Number 18 is coming off. Don't have any of the numbers. So it's Glazer for Cass Abulat. 2 S's. Casabulat. Glazer's off. Looks like a wee kid. Casabulat. And yeah, fair enough to them. They've engaged us higher up the pitch in some different places, made it tough. I can see Celtic players. Calvin Stings, I can maybe still see as well, right? Because he's heavily linked now to maybe actually have signed for Pisa. I really hope that's not quite happened. I think Pisa, I hope the Pisa thing is like his contingency plan if Champions League Celtic doesn't happen. I don't see us buying Stings if we get into Europa League. Not at all. Nice. Well done, that Ralston. I know. Yeah, I think that would have been. Keeps the ball in, gets it to Tierney. Tierney back to Scales to Tati. And the Tati in and around this zone here. Plays it out for, it looks like Negren. Maybe Dyson, it is Negren. Negren is kind of peeling now. Where the hell is my Negren? Just kind of peeled out the left-hand side here. He's kind of next to Dyson now, kind of like a 2 up front. Ball's kind of found itself out into this area. Scales collects it and plays it with Tierney. McGregor's coming into the picture. So is Vickers. And yeah, these guys are just chilling about here, aren't they? Gromico's further back. Marinsky's further back. Long diag for Dyson into this little pocket here. He's one-on-one with this guy. Manages to clear it back up the pitch, only as far as Ralston and Forrest. Between the two of them, Forrest has came out with it. Swings it into the back post from here. Yang is getting onto it, but the defender doesn't. I'm not even sure if he makes a connection or not, but he does enough to stop Yang making a connection. We're going to get a throw in, I think. No, they got the throw in. Yeah, so he done enough to stop Yang getting on it. But we've now seen Negren now cross over that zone, so him and the Tati and Dyson can maybe try and get involved together and make something happen. What do you think of chances of Luis Monteo? I don't think that's going to happen. If we're not buying guys like Stengs and Briam, we're not spending the money that Cluj want on that guy from Romania. It's just not. It makes no sense. Now, not that Celtic's business makes sense very often, but if you're not going to buy Jacob Briam from a Dutch team that's just won the Dutch Cup for 5 million, 6 million euros, you're not going to go out and spend 9 million euros on a guy from Cluj who's been playing Romanian football, and were they even in Europe last year? I don't even think they were. Maybe they were. Hard to imagine they weren't in the Europa Conference League or something. They're attacking down our right here. They get right behind Ralston. Vickers, Jeebus, by the way, tries to one-touch pass it back to Schmeichel. Schmeichel's got no hope of getting it. Tries to clear it, goes for the corner. Carter Vicks, by the way, needs to go back to passing class. Slabber and Cabbage, I echo you there. This is unwatchable. How can Forrest still be on? 66 minutes. So I think the clock is really ticking down for Forrest and Tierney. Ricardinho's got a big smile on his face, being marked by Tierney before they swing in their corner. Could get him on the cheap. I think that's the thing. He is going on the cheap. I don't think Celtic are getting him cheap enough, maybe. Unless we're in the Champions League, then I think we'll go ideal. We'll buy him. We'll do the thing. Pisa are getting a loan with a buy obligation. We could definitely do a deal like that, if we're in the Champions League. Ralston's talking to the bench. I think he's maybe getting a bit more license to go forward because Vickers has been exposed twice in this second half down this channel out here. I think Ralston's been given a lot more license to get higher up the pitch. As I see him now, he's kind of in this zone. We've hit the ball high and left. And it is for Dyson who's running down this space. He does have Yang just in and behind him. And Negren, again, also isn't too far off that zone. We're missing a striker like Engels and Ida. Engels and Ida, guys. Is Ida fit? Didn't require surgery then, did he? Didn't he require surgery? Excuse me. Hit the cough button. They have attacked down the left. But Forrest has closed them down. They went nowhere. We've got Negren back on the right-hand side of the pitch. And he's also just kind of helped closing it off. And yeah, this is all just a lot higher. They've come down the right, swung a ball into the box. Big Scales gets a head on it. Ball gets dropped back into this area here. I think that's Forrest that comes back to get a touch on it. It's played through the middle. You never play across the face of goal. And we get very lucky that that doesn't come back to bite us in the bum. Like when we're receiving the ball in this zone here, and literally like everyone else is in here, you don't pass inside. You know, if one of these guys gets on it or blah, 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 you know what happens. You don't play across your face of goal, man. And yeah, you can probably imagine what's happening now with this type of setup. They've now got 4 players in the press, by the way. So they're coming a few more forward. They're kind of engaging. Their whole team are now basically on the halfway line. They're really probing, trying to get through us. Forrest brings the ball down in this kind of area here. He's got Negren, no, he's got Maeda and Yang and Negren. He goes for Negren, who's peeled all the way out here, but the ball isn't good enough. And I don't think Negren would have got there anyway with a perfect pass. This goes out for their throw in. Last week's left back is this week's right back. Engels and Ida coming on. Let's see who's coming off. Yang and Forrest. Wow, who said that in the chat? Who said that in the chat? So Forrest off. Yang off. So we must be going Maeda left, Negren right, Ida through the middle, Engels into midfield. Oh, that's a nice change. And that is like, if the manager is going to back Ida to do something, he's bloody well doing it. He's putting his name on him here. Nice change of pace, I guess, but interesting move. Engels wins a free kick with his first action of the game. And now this will be interesting to see how the midfield plays. Might take away their pieces just for a wee minute or two just to get the Celtic team kind of shaped out for us. But yeah, Engels is firmly kind of roaming in here next to McGregor as we're trying to build up. Ida's shuttled all the way back to the halfway line to drag a marker. Now he's right back up on the touch. He plays a nice wee flick around the corner for, I guess that's Negren. He's got Ralston on the overlap here, crosses it in from this area here. And we've got Ida running towards the back post. No trying to play across people or anything. And somebody else as well running towards the back post. And anyway, they clear it. Don't think it's any worry. But yeah, Ralston's been given license to bomb. We've got a corner now. Engels on the corner. Swings it in. Front post clearance. McGregor's going to be the first man to get to it. Brings it on the chest. And he should just, yeah, slice it back up the line. Yes, that's it. Plays it into Negren's feet. Negren's got it in this type of zone here. He's got Carter Vickers in support, who gives him the ball back. And now Negren's got 3 men to deal with. He goes back to Ralston, who's covering Vickers in centre back. McGregor and Scales link up some passes before finding Tierney so the defence can reshuffle and reshape. We're back out here now on the left. We lose the ball. We're now defending. Vickers and Scales backpedaling. They've got one striker to deal with. And I think that's Tierney. He's got a guy to deal with. And Tierney mugs him. Or it's Engels. It's one of them. Wins the ball back and gets out of there. I think it was Engels, by the way. Engels went back into this zone here to do it. I'm pretty sure now striding through the half. Plays it out to Ralston. We're getting again kind of in this area here. Ralston a lot higher. This feels a lot more deliberate now. Tierney's a bit more tucked. And saying that, Tierney and Scales have both just kind of went into this area here real quickly. Scales is kind of back now. Tierney's kind of in and around here. McGregor the same. Engels here as well. Plays Tierney. Tierney chips the ball over the back line, but goes to nobody basically. Let's put the Kazakhstanis back on. Hopefully this pushes them back a bit deeper now, because we've really not got time and space in their final third. We've not really been able to attack them the way we normally do domestically. But it feels like that type of moment in the match is starting to come now. Ida drops really deep into the halfway line to play out from the back here with the defence. Plays it into Vickers. Nice kind of tempo. He gets away from his marker, but now he's in line with Negren. They're both like two strikers. The ball gets played over the back from Maeda, and I've got a buffering issue. Maeda is coming down here. Ida is coming in between these two guys. Negren is just in his shadow. Oh, come on. Come on. Is there any Celtic fans away in Kairat? Yeah, there should be. I know there is. We're definitely missing a wily, skillful player. Yes, we are. Connection. Come on, man. We're sailing the high seas tonight, guys. Dane Murray coming on. That must be for... You've got to think it's for Tierney. Then we go free at the back. Yeah. Murray for Tierney. Oh, come on, guys. My screen is not helping us here. We've got a backup one, I think. Please see that will work. Oh, no, it's not a backup one. Come on. Oh, no, it's not working for me. Oh, my God. No. I'm going to try Celtic TV. Oh, no, you're telling me about a horror ball. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't like what you guys are telling me in the chat. You're making me para. Come on, let's get the TV back on. We can't let this go to penalties. No, we can't. Oh, come on, man. No. Oh, come on, man. Hate when this happens, man. It's the only problem with sailing the high seas is sometimes you come across a wee storm. Should be this one. There we go, got it. I checked my backup links before this. We're at the 76th minute. Feels like a bunch of time just ran away. Maybe I've got my delay sorted. Dane Murray is in the centre of a back three of Vickers and Scales. You love to see it. Don't love to see Tierney leave. You love to see that three at the back evolution. Engels and McGregor kind of boxed in front. Tate is still where we see him. Ralston is just super high. Ralston's just been told, go up. And Ida's coming in and getting picked up off their midfielder now. Drops it in a bit of a give and go here. And oh, that's hit from distance by Engels. Should be a corner, but everyone's saying goal kick and Celtic players can't believe it. So yeah, what's the shape now? It's much more like a 3-box-3. This is how we're playing now, isn't it? Interesting, isn't it? Extra time before penalties, Big Dom, yeah. So I think I'm now listening to the Australians. Went from the Irish commentary to the Australian one. Oh, here we go. Negren on the ball. Let's get Ida in front of him making a run. Ida's got a defender to deal with. Stay on your feet, big man. Deal with him. Deal with him. Oh, God. Wins a throw in, fine. Can accept that. Par. Don't lose possession, but keep it. And yeah, this is really interesting. Scales is now kind of allowed to pop into this type of zone. Murray's really high. Vickers is, wow, we're actually all in their half. They have just got super deep all of a sudden since we've just thrown the kitchen sink at it. And they have, like, Vickers is up here playing passes now. Murray is in the firing line here. McGregor still just playing first-time balls back to the defence. Everyone just keeps playing the ball back to Murray between Engels and McGregor. Both of them are just playing it back to him. Scales has peeled out and got on the ball. Finds Hatate. Hatate's out in this area here. Plays it in for McGee. That's nice. See him up in this area here. And then along with Dies and Maida, they kind of get crowded out. Football kind of goes down a level. They play it long. Ralston comes all the way into the cover. Yeah, this is kind of how we're sitting at the moment. McGregor fizzes one all the way out to Dyson, which is good to see. Dyson and Hatate 1-2 doesn't come off. Hatate goes to try and win the ball back. He's probably going to give away a free kick. He does. Well, maybe I'll get involved with the financial knowledge of what's behind the scenes, because when you understand, you know, every single move can be costly to them. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I've maybe missed a bit of chat that's brought up to that. Huge improvement from pushing Ralston on. Yeah. They're bringing on a player called Baghdad. Who's he coming on for? Ricardinho. Baghdad. I'm guessing he's a forward. So yeah, this is how we're looking. It's like a box midfield with a three at the back, which is actually really nice. You know, if we could plan, imagine we could just say this is the way we're actually going to play from kickoff. Wouldn't that be nice? So many blocked passes, yeah. But this sort of shape really should get us going. But if you start the game like this, you've got time to like really dominate a match. Maybe exposing the wide areas. And I think now at this stage of the game, that exposure is much less of a threat. They are tired. They really do not want to lose it now. In these stages, they've worked so hard to get it to be decided in the last 10 minutes of the match. Whereas at the beginning of the game, that same, bad clearance from the keeper, and it's fucking buffering on me again. Oh, Maida comes back and wins the ball back. Shouts for a penalty, but the ref says no chance. They cross it in, goes nowhere, goal kick. Before we find out the results anyway, because it's a lost opportunity because of the lack of serious on elite levels, that is painful. Yeah. We're playing it out from the back. Dangerously deep, by the way. We're asking a lot of boys there, by the way. Dane Murray and Scales on that situation. When we've played out from the back there, Vickers has been here, Murray's been here, and Scales has been here. And they've pressed with like 3 bodies. Just makes it, you know, just asking for trouble. It's now resulted in they've got a throw-in up in this area here. And I know we want to keep the ball so we can actually attack, but try to play it out of our box in the 80th minute. We've got Ida on. Smash it off him. If you can't smash it off Ida now, when can you? Engels finds Ida. But Ida's like all the way back here when he's getting on the ball. We're trying to get out of our own half at the moment. Everything's kind of in this area here. And yeah, it's all kind of moved up a bit now, hasn't it? Yep, and now we've got the back 2, because Scales is up here. Coming back now for back 3. McGregor's on the ball. Guess who he gives it to? Scales. To Murray. It's going to be to Vix. Engels is coming over to try and get it. Negren isn't far away, so is Ralston, but Vix goes back to Murray. And Murray goes back to Vix. And Vix goes back to Murray. And Murray goes 1-2 touches. Third touch, zips it into Ida, who's basically now joined the defence with the pressure he was under. Passing it back to Dane Murray, who's now passed it to Schmeichel. Who's giving it to Vickers? Vickers is in this area here. Finds Tony, the bricky. Tony's got somebody on him. He plays Vix. Vix plays to Murray. Scales tucks back in. McGregor's tucking in here for an easy one. Murray goes back to the keeper. And we're now kind of folding back into the box. Keeper goes long. Negren's got a 50-50 with someone. He doesn't win it. Our guy wins it. His pal then gets on it, clips it in behind Vickers. He's got a one-on-one with somebody, but there's too much on the ball. It will go out for a goal kick. Oh, everything from us is going down the middle. I don't mind it going down the middle when we've got the box midfield situation. I like that. But Eden needs to stay up front. And we need there to be a much more, like we spoke about this at half time, but we need there to be a dynamic here from the midfield. They go around and they can, if the ball's out here, you know, they're controlling it in that kind of box. They're dictating the play. They maybe run off each other. Maybe somebody like McGregor can bounce on. You know, like midfield rotations are so basic, if not non-existent. None of the players are overtly defensive midfielders, so to treat McGregor like he is a defensive midfielder and he can't do anything else, and he's so good at it that someone else couldn't cover for him, like in this instance Engels, and you could imagine it quite easily being someone like Hatate in a different situation, depending on where things are. I don't mind it all going through the middle if that's how we're going to play. But we can't have Dyson coming this deep. We need him higher. I don't mind that. That's why Scales, we're seeing him come into this zone a bit more. We need Maeda to basically be up front in this shape. And Ralston is a nice overload that kind of gave them the fear there for 5 minutes. But now at the 85th minute, it's as if we've not changed shape. We're kind of back into this back four situation. Ralston's defending the edge of the box here, with Negren coming back in to cover him. They play into the box. McGregor, very poor clearance. Comes to the edge of the box, uncontested for Kairat. He squares it to his pal, who takes a shot. McGregor blocks it, wins the header, brings the ball down, plays it through for Maeda, who's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. If he can keep this up, Dyson Maeda, man's on his back, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he blazes it over the bar. 3 of them this year, Dyson. Did everything. McGregor did great to release him. He's done everything but get it on target. He's hit it too hard. Yeah, goalkeeper puts him under pressure. But just keep going. The keeper's diving. You can skin him. One more touch and you're away from him. Why doesn't Dyson round the keeper there? Like, if he takes that, if he dummies that shot. Yeah, he's not aiming, is he? He's just trying to make it hard. Beat the keeper with pace, get it on target. And he's beat the keeper for pace, but he's not got it on target. 86 minutes. What an opportunity gone a begging. And kind of similar situation might have went there, but the referee's giving them a free kick somewhere or a throw in or something. 87th minute. Guys, it feels like the stream only started 5 minutes ago. And we're here at the 87th minute. Oh, if I was a petty man, I would be going and getting all those comments saying, they won't be playing. And fair enough, they've not super overly played that way, but they have, just kicking the ball out all the time and stuff. And they've got a set piece at the moment. They've chipped it in from a bit of a distance. It gets to the back post. They get a header on target, by the way. Schmeichel, like, you expect him to save that, but he saves it. And goes a corner. Arad, the centre-back, the centre defensive mid. He gets enough on it, but he's just not going to beat Schmeichel from that distance for that kind of technique there. 88 minutes. Set piece. You know, this is a real chance to score for them. This is what they've practiced for in the lead up to it all week and what they've prayed to get all night. They can't beat the front post. McGregor clears it. And Maeda gets on. They had 3 players out towards the halfway line to try and stop counter-attacks. Maeda almost got away with one. Almost have got one out of them and got us up the pitch again. Jump over the hurdle faster and more efficiency. Don't know what that means. F. Mitchell. Calmack's got a bit more freedom when Engels on the pitch, it feels like. So I'm watching the recovery runs here. McGregor was up here. And Engels was Engels was the kind of main midfielder protecting the defence. So it feels like this box shape is actually giving McGregor a bit more of that license that we're talking about and asking for. I'm at 89.5 minutes. You guys are telling me there's 4 minutes of added time. We've got 132 likes, which, guys, is beautiful. Thanks, boys and girls, all the way around the world. The away section from Celts are here has been on fire. We've been supporting the boys with everything we can, and we've not quite got there yet. Ralston, best player on the park the day. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's been very fine. Very, very fine. Nobody's got by him. He's put himself in where it matters. Not let anyone down. And when he did move forward, he was a threat, you know. Kind of gave us a bit of a foothold in the match that we never really capitalised from. If it wasn't for the negative play in the first half, I would be inclined to say McGregor's actually been the best player. But I do think like his actual method of play in the first half actually played into their hands and took away a bit of the match. Ralston with a safe header back to Schmeichel under pressure. You love to see it. It's been none of the front 3 anyway. The Gren and Idar's trying to link up as a pair here, long ball, but their centre-back clears it for a throw-in. And the Gren is definitely in full striker mode in this new shape. Maybe there's a little bit of, you know, a little bit of free up front. It's not really as much width unless we're playing the ball into the channels right now. But Negren is much more attacking. I think Engels has been a good addition off the bench here. It's a shame we don't have wingers to use. We could use a bit of pace somewhere. We just don't have any lightning. So maybe where McKeown could come in handy. I think that might be a shout for extra time. Because we've already taken off Tierney, Yang and Forrest. We'll get an extra sub in half time. And really, like, who else would you want to take off out of this team? I don't think I want to take off any of the midfield. I don't want to take off any of them, actually, really, at this point. I would like to see Kenny or McKeown come on, but really, who are you taking off? We're 1.5 minutes into the 4 minutes of added time. Maeda, best work rate. Pretty sure Ralston doesn't know the word pressure. Yeah, Ralston, he just gets on with it, man. You know. Yeah, the commentators try to curse us. You hate to see it. Oh, we're coming up. We're coming up for full time, everyone. We're coming up for full time. He does just kind of ball watching, man. Bit of heady tennis from back to front. Kind of bobbling around the midfield. One of them's, yeah, they've got the ball down. They're looking to play a pass. They chip it in. Murray's got to deal with it. He does. Not perfectly, but McGregor misses out on it. They smash one from range. It's never, you know, it's just a, yeah. The guy had a dream last night. He had a dream. He came off the bench and smacked one in. And God loves a trier. I'm now quite acquainted quitting to realise the new set of rules they need to follow whilst they consider the... F. Mitchell, what are you talking about, man? Someone translate for me. Are you in the right chat, F. Mitchell? Celtic got you that bad tonight. It broke your brain. I don't know if I'm missing something, but every comment you've put me, I'm like, what is he talking about? Am I missing something? One of the worst games of football ever played. I've seen a few like this. I've seen a few of that like this. If you ever watch La Liga and you see Getafe playing this, very similar to this. We're playing the ball long. Ida's got a defender to Harry. Doesn't get close enough to him quick enough. He heads it to his pal. His pal tries to clear it. We've kept the pressure on. Ralston wins it. Engels to McGregor in this type of area here. And you know who McGregor passed to right away without even knowing? Vickers. Of course he did. Vickers and Schmeichel exchanged a wee 1-2. Vickers is in this spot here. Launches a big one forward for Ida to run down with a defender. Defender gets there first. It goes out for a throw-in out in this type of area here, which I'm sure Ralston's going to be the taker for. We're expecting Maeda bank post. We're expecting Ida the target. He's a wee bit, yeah, Ida's a wee bit too far out the face of goal. Full time. Full time. Wow. Guys, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. So what time are we at? 1:56:30? 1:56:35. Let's see. Full time reaction. Oh, let's make that 50 actually. There we go. So it's full time. Celtic 0, Almaty 0. And some of the projections we had coming into this match, sadly kind of paid off. This is the way Celtic have finished normal time. It was kind of like, it started off quite interesting when we first made these changes. It was like a 3-box-3 with Ralston getting pushed right high up, Jeremy Frimpong-esque, you might even say. But as the half kind of waned on, because Maeda was getting pulled a little bit deeper, we've actually seen it kind of revert back to being like a 4 at the back. And it looked really good and solid in the middle. We've not really got Ida involved in the match. But we've huffed and puffed and done nothing. Maeda got the chance of the night through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's blazed it high and wide over the bar. Really, all he had to do was get it on target. He could have dummied his shot. He could have sold a dummy. He could have done absolutely anything. And sadly, we're now into extra time. Maeda has missed 3 massive one-on-ones now for me. 2 against this outfit and 1 domestically, I forget, against 2. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on the game. There's no man of a match awards or anything like that at the moment. But we're heading into extra time. There's 184 of you tuned in for some post-match analysis or some full-time analysis, I guess. Celtic at the end of the 90 minutes have ended with 0.59 expected goals, or XG to me and you. 4 shots, 1 on target, 2 big chances, 3 corners. Passing accuracy, brilliant, but it's all meant basically nothing, hasn't it? And yeah, post-shot XG of 0.02. We've had Callum McGregor's shot from the edge of the box towards the end of the first half. We've had Dyson Maeda's glaring one-on-one. And outside of that, there has been a few very fleeting opportunities that have amounted to next to nothing, as you can see here statistically. And I'm just going to try and change channels because we're sticking again. We're sailing the high seas tonight here on the channel. We've had 3 corners. They've had 4. We've had 6 touches in their box over 90 minutes of 80. What's the possession? 64. 65% possession of the ball. And we've got how many touches in the box? Sorry, I've lost it. 6. Wow. They've got 11 in our box. They've almost doubled us with half the possession. Accurate through passes 1. That'll be McGregor from Maeda right at the end of the game. Free kicks 9-15. Passes in the final third is okay, I guess, by all kind of standards. Crossing 1 out of 13 successful. Maeda through the middle did not work, quite simply. Expected assists, we should have had a goal by now, probably. I think we'd all agree with that. But look at this, guys. 30 throw-ins for us, 26 throw-ins for them. It's just been throw-in city. They've been really happy to clear the game out. They've won more duels than we have in the match as well. We've had to make a lot more clearances than they have. And yeah, it's been a pretty dire game. They are now rubbing their hands together. Their game plan isn't going to change. Can they steal a goal? I'm sure they're going to go for it. But they're thinking penalties. We said it before kickoff on the preview. I said it on Axom. Tons of you guys came after me saying they won't play for penalties. They will try and attack. And fair enough. Tonight they have went for opportunities that are presented. They've been dangerous, or they've tried to be dangerous at set pieces. But they're not trying to get on the ball. They're not really trying to win the game. They've been hyper negative the whole way through. The So Rare ratings, which is the Opta captured metrics. Oh, wow. Dyson Maeda has got a last man tackle. Is that can't be right, is it? Does Dyson have a last man tackle? It can't be the case, is it? Scales is on a 79. Casper's got the clean sheet. Nobody's really done anything, have they? Look at their team, but they have been very active, winning duels and doing all sorts of stuff. So yeah, no one's really done much for us. Like I did say, if it wasn't for the style of play, I would have said McGregor's probably been the best player in the game in the first half, but he really didn't put any wind into our sails. He didn't really push the envelope. But as the game wore on, particularly as Engels came into the game later to fill in this kind of double pivot with him, he did get off the leash a little bit more. He has been a bit more helping the final third. So if it wasn't for that first half, I'd probably say McGregor has been the most influential player in the game. With a tackle won, he's made a block, 2 interceptions, he's won 6 of his duels as well, more possession won than he's lost. Nice pass count, only 6 missed passes. We're now in extra time, by the way, guys. I'm not sure if we've had any subs, but let me know what you think coming into it. Will we be going to penalties? Will we get the job done in extra time? There's been no substitutions, so we're now officially into extra time. And that's 21:02:01. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in today. Please smash the like button. We are the away section, guys. I've just put 20 seconds. I'm not too sure when extra time started there for us. Extra time, first half. I'd suggest ripping it all up and starting again. It's probably not a bad shout at this point, is it? I can't believe Dyson's got a decisive action out of this somehow. Clearance off the line. I don't know where that happened, but we'll take it. Oh no. The high C's are getting choppy. Should be mandatory to win shin pads. Passes by CCV and Scales, 769. Yeah, that's probably quite right. That's Dyson, sorry. Vickers has had 72 passes. I knew you were exaggerating, but I just wanted to see. 72 for Vickers, 70 for Scales. Yeah, free pass for Vickers. Oh, I think Vickers' immunity with Celtic fans is certainly evaporating. With the Bruges one, I think he gets away with, no bother. But the other ones since then, it's like, oh, actually. Now, the bingo card, I think we just throw the bingo card in the bin, guys. I actually forgot all about it. And we've hit none of it. Well, we've got the clean sheet, actually. We got the clean sheet, didn't we? So that's one thing on the bingo card. But that'll be all, really. Yeah, we're back to the back three kind of shape again. McGregor and Engels double pivot. I really like this. I don't know why we didn't start with this. If Rodgers likes Murray this much, like, fair enough, it's a bit different with who you're starting and stuff like that, but you could have easily done this with Ralston and Tierney and played Maeda up here and done this midfield box. You could have easily done that from the beginning. Ouija's got 2-1 after extra time. You know, this is a good switch up that we've made. Kind of makes it hard to make any further subs, but because really this is and by all kind of standard metrics, the best players actually available, you know. So you kind of want them all for penalties, don't you? You don't want to be taking off Maeda. Don't want to be taking off Hatate. McGregor's not going to come off. In the defence, Ralston's maybe the only one, but you're not taking Ralston off for McCowan or Kenny. Or Bernardo, really? Would you? No, I don't see it. I don't know if Brendan's going to make any more subs. This might be the mob. Maeda, yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. I did think it as I was saying it. He is kind of knackered, man. Maybe you could take Maeda off. Ida's just came on, so I don't think he's going to come off. SSM, you're killing me here, buddy. They got a header, yeah, on target. Schmeichel catches it. 15 minutes until midnight in Almaty. Madness. They don't kick off at 4 p.m. UK time. Yeah, it's quite right, Tossy. But that'll be a UEFA thing. Scales hits it down to the channel for Ida. Defender gets on it. Ida, bring that down nicely. He does. He's got players. He squares it to the edge of the box. Hatate! Oh! Kind of slide tackle shots it from the penalty spot, and somebody just about blocks it. Well done, Adam Ida. Well done. Scales recovering it in our half. Or their half, sorry. That should have been a goal. Ida's dropping right into little pockets. What's this, the right-hand side? I'm just trying to think. It's, yeah, dropped right into these little zones. Try and put a bit more pressure on. Murray's got the ball out from the back. He's going to try and play it to Scales, who's in and around here. Nope, he's turned around on himself, and he's going to go to Vickers over here. They've gave up attacking. Engels and McGregor are basically the last line of defence right now, but they're not. We've also got the defenders. But as far as where the press goes for Almaty, they've just stepped off it, stepped back. We've zipped a lovely ball out to Hatate. Hatate plays it inside for McGregor. That's what we're talking about. McGregor shoots, and yeah, it's all right. But since Engels has came on, McGregor's got that now. It's a nice evolution, man. But why don't we start like this, man? I can't. Do I sound like a broken record or a dick or anything? But this is just frustrating, because this is the sort of way we should have come into this match, where we've got players to overload, where we're putting our strength in the middle of the pitch. The middle of the pitch is where games are controlled from. We're right down the right-hand side here. It was kind of broken down. McGregor wins it back again, but and keeps us going on the front foot. McGregor, since Engels has came on, this change of shape has got a lot better. He's still passing it to Vickers one or two more times than I'd like to see, and Ralston. But here we go. He turns around, picks his head up, hits Ida's chest. Ref would have gave them a foul for it. Bounces off Ida. Bounces off one or two of them. They're now attacking 4 on 5. We've got 5 defenders. McGregor's man-to-man with Jorginho. He plays it out wide. Scales has got a man to deal with on the left-hand side. He comes into the middle. McGregor's in the right place. He picks out Dyson with the clearance. Dyson and Scales are playing some 1-2s down the line. Dyson's going to maybe escape out the half. He's trying to play a 1-2 with Hatate. Hatate just about gets it to where Ida could think about getting it, but misses out. Scales has jumped to try and keep the pressure on, but it's got behind us. We've got plenty of bodies back. It didn't come to anything. Scales wasn't being over zealous or anything, but they take a shot, it goes wide. Maybe we'll learn that we can walk over teams in this comp. Yeah. Ida's been good. Ida has been good for the moments he's had in the game. We're kind of stroking it across the back again. You know the shape we're building up with. That's what we've got going on right now. Where's Engels got to? Engels has actually found himself quite wide out here. Ida gets into the pocket, turns and runs. Guy beats him, but he manages to squeeze the ball to Negren. Negren shoots! Keeper parries it down, but he's able to kind of smother his rebound. Dyson was running to that. He had a lot of ground to cover, Dyson. Unrealistic to expect he would get there, but he went for it all the same. And those are the chances you've got to take to try and make up for that blooming sitter you missed, big man. There we go. Things are starting to happen now. Like, I know you're maybe having a wee joke there, right? But the Rangers defence doesn't look as organised as this. We will be quite knackered, but it must be said. Nice ball from Scales in behind the channel for Dyson, but it's just a bit too heavy, and he's going to run to the goalkeeper. He's going to collect the ball for them. This goalkeeper, 6 seconds rule, man. How long is he going to have it for? We're not meant to get free kicks for that? No, that, you know, a corner or something? Hatate, a bit of a foul there. The ref would have gave that for them, I think. McGregor wins it back. McGregor, I say if it wasn't for the... Oh, he could have done it again. He's just passed it back to Murray. But fair enough. There was a lot of crowd there, a bit of pressure. If it wasn't for that stale first half, McGregor would be really impressive tonight, I think. He's really impressive right now. Scales finds Hatate brilliantly. He's in the middle of the picture. He plays it to Negren, who's got Ralston on the overlap. He plays him, or is it Engels even? No, it's Ralston. Comes back to Ralston on his left foot. He's claiming for a handball. It comes to the edge of the box for McGregor. he's fighting in a duel with someone. It kind of gets cleared out. Players are quite convinced there's a wee handball shout. This is the way we should have fucking started the game, man, honestly. See, when we do, and I know we've not dominated the game like we are now the entire match, but this is just like, look at this on screen. This is the way what we should be doing to teams. You know, Hatate and Negren are firmly like other strikers with Ida off the ball. And with Maeda and Ralston, you've just got that width that is just stretching them like mad. And then with McGregor and Engels popping into spaces, and it's working really nicely. I like it a lot. Gales right now, by the way, is roamed all the way up to here. Maeda's in at the back post, the ball's down the right. And McGregor's got a nice wee position on the ball. Could we maybe try and sling one into the box from an area like this? Murray is on the halfway line. Yeah, we've got them right pinned into their half. Scales is up here. Murray's on the halfway circle with Vix. I'm not too sure where Engels is. I've kind of lost sight of him right now. I think he's on the ball now, kind of wide right. Fizzes it into Hatate. Hatate's got Negren coming off of him. And the ref books Hatate. Don't know how that's happened. But we're getting much more interplay with the valuable players in the team, like attacking-wise. Yeah. It's not a foul. It's not a yellow card, man. The refs let them away with 1 or 2, by the way. That's not nice to see. You hate that. We're just a very dull team. I think we're too old-fashioned when it comes to tactics, really. Hatate got booked for kind of nothing. It was a 50-50. The other guy made it out like he got pure stamped on. And they may have done a wee bit, but he was fouling Hatate, and he wasn't even in possession of the ball. They launch one long. They've got 2 men on our defence. Jorginho, the wee tiny diver, tries to beat Vickers in the air. It's never going to happen. They head it down. Scales at the left-back position, just lumps one in and behind the defence. Maeda's going to run onto it. Keeper comes out his box to get it. Maeda can't quite get there. And yeah, they scoop it back onto the back line. Scales is going to head it into no man's land. They get it. Kind of bring it down and play. They've got a bit of the ball now. They're kind of getting bodies into our half. 101st minute. Almost halfway through extra time. There's 150 of you joining us live. Fist bumps to you all. Please smash the like button. Get into the comment section. Let me know what you are thinking and feeling about the game tonight, how things are going. Will we make any subs in extra time? Are we bound for penalties? Ida. Come on, man. Ida's got like 3 guys around him, and we've cleared the ball. It's not managed to stick with him. He's hobbling about now, Ida. Like he's taking a wee bang. A wee bit of heady tennis is going on. It's all in our half butt, so it's nervy, you know, like they've got the ball. It's kind of bouncing about. They try and play it long. We head it, they head it. It's going around their defence right now with Ida, Maeda, and Nygren going for the press. And yeah, Nygren and Engels have got a nice kind of little thing on the go. Where if Negren is going... Oh, I've kind of messed that up. Negren is going really high. Engels is kind of... Oh, is that the right thing? Maybe just glitched on me, so I've used a few of them. Engels isn't going too far away from him. Oh, it wants me to do a vector, doesn't it? It wants me to put a third player in. If only we had Larson. Imagine we had Larson, eh? Jordan as well. If we had Jordan, we'd be fine. Jordan Larson would make a big difference to this team. And it's the only time in Jordan Larson's career he should come to us, you know, where he's good enough. We could actually play him from the start. I think the last time we could have got him when he was leaving Schalke, we had like Kyogo, Abada, Jota, Dyson. It wouldn't have worked. You know, Andy was on a down. He wasn't, but now he's on and up again. He's playing all the time. He's doing well, and we need a winger. So if we're ever going to do it, now's the time. I take Birchall right now. I take Birchall right now. Scott McDonald. Come on, the hoops. Come on, the hoops. Come on, boys. We are the away section. Boys and girls, smash the like button. Show your support. As the likes have went up, Celtic have played better. It's no coincidence. It's just the way life works on this YouTube channel. The more you support it, the more you support the channel, the better Celtic get. Don't look into that statement too much. We're almost at the halfway point of extra time. If you don't laugh, you cry sometimes, guys. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I did predict penalties was what they wanted. Don't know if it's quite going to go there. Can he really sub anyone off? Peely Valley is the best description of how I feel. Yeah, it doesn't really warm the soul, this type of football, does it? And again, like, can you believe we're in extra time and we're halfway through it? Guys, we've been live for 2 hours and 16 minutes, and it really doesn't feel like we've been even through 45 minutes of football. We're halfway through. We're at half-time. Where are we at? 2:16:45. 2:16:50. Extra. Half-time. Okay, so kind of nothing. Oh, I don't want to say nothing happened. We've huffed and puffed. We've got a bit better, I think. But we're still not immune for some danger, for some trouble, are we? It still could go either way. It feels like it's, Maeda gets the chance. Obviously, we know all about that. But it really does feel now that we're kind of set with this team. And I don't really think the bench can change it. And this is about, you've got to know that Schmeichel's thinking about penalties at this stage. And Rio's coming off, Brendan said. Didn't mean the kiss. You could hear Brendan, could you? If Hatate comes off for McKeown, I don't mind that for the energy. Hatate but loves penalties. Just 5 minutes of any kind of form and they are done. Yeah, if we can actually get a little bit of sustained action into this. They have just beat Bratislava on penalties in the last round, so they are not in unfamiliar territory, It's not like in boxing when you take those fighters that aren't used to the championship fights into the championship rounds. It's not quite that. Sinisalo on for penalties. McKeown stripped. That's a shout and a half, Stephen, imagine. And yeah, we can see them all kind of huddled up. Brendan's kind of trying to chat to everyone. I think Hatate is kind of out the huddle. I think he's like, okay, I'm subbed off. I'm going to go and get my little vitamin bar. He'll probably be gutted because he's been fine tonight, Hatate, without being particularly noteworthy. When we get to the end of extra time, we should have some stat increases. McGregor's on to 62. Yeah, not really happened too much, is it? I'm surprised Negren's not had more contributions in the game. From the bench, Big Dane Murray, by the way, is put in a shift already in 30 minutes on the pitch. Won a tackle, 2 effective clearances. He's lost possession once, but he's won 2 duels, 40 passes, only 1 missed pass. And he's won an actual dribble as well, which for the centre backs is quite impressive. Yeah, is McKeown on? Just need to confirm it is for Hatate. Yeah, it's Hatate. He's off now on a 33, sadly for him. And Engels, with a short time he's been on the pitch as well, has also picked up some points. Won a tackle, made a block. He's lost more possession than he's won it, but he's made an interception, won a duel, 20 passes, 5 of them missed. Not super great, but I think Engels has made McGregor a bit better in this period, and we can see his points really starting to come on now. A few more long balls, final third balls as well. He's still winning more duels. His interceptions is up to 2. Oh, no. Actually, I want that page up. And yeah, so we've got Hatate off for McKeown. Now, I wonder how that's going to shape things up because McKeown likes to play on the right side of midfield, which he's on. So McKeown is on the right. The Gren is kind of here. So his Engels went to the left. Oh, wow. Interesting. So this is the way we've shifted around. So I don't think we're going to get McGregor moving forward now. Fair enough, McGregor's legs are done probably at this stage, so you probably want McKeown making those runs. He just dropped into a pocket to get on the ball, by the way. Yeah, this is nice energy. McKeown's went to some nice places already, but it's not really worked out. It's kind of got to them. They've cleared it towards the halfway line. And I think that's Negren or Scales. Yeah, Scales. Getting up close and personal with a few of them. Winning a throw-in for us. Scales with the throw inside for Negren. Negren's on the left-hand side of the pitch. Chips in and behind the defence for Maeda. Maeda's got 3 around him. He drops it to the edge of the box for McKeown. And the rebound comes to Ida. Oh, McKeown. I'm sure that was McKeown. Yeah, it was. Left-footed shot from the edge of the box. Maeda gets into this position here. Cuts it back from McKeown, who's running onto it. Hits it with the left foot. And it kind of bends out this way as the shot. Keeper saves it. Ida's falling onto it, but cannot. Ida's kind of watching it, man. Like, I know I'm maybe being a bit critical there, but it's been out for a corner anyway. Ida's pressure results in the corner. Engels is over the corner now. Swung in. Wait. Oh, goes to the kind of middle. Gets cleared. McGregor edge of the box. Plays it to the right edge of the box for Negren, who plays it in the pocket to Engels, who finds Negren back in the box. Negren for Engels, kind of flicks it up. Engels ends up flicking it onto Negren's head. He tries to head it towards the penalty spot, but they end up getting it and clearing it. Engels bring that down. Heads it off one of them. And they just clear it. Big, long diag. Just punt it out for a throw-in on the absolute opposite end of the pitch is what they have done. Just, boom, shell that. Schmeichel gets on it. And plays it into Murray. And now we're just, this is like domestic Celtic now. We are just now camping the defence into this position here, and we are now pushing. It's coming right down the left. I think this must be McKeown that's peeling into these areas. Ida and Maeda, much more as a 2. Yeah, I'm not too sure of the whole setup of the midfield, but McKeown's appearing in these areas quite often. Negren's not too far away from the scene over here either. So I don't know if Rodgers has basically just said, all you get down that side and just fucking bully it. Sorry about the language, everyone. We've got 140 of you live. Love to see it. Hit the fist bumps. Jump into the chat and let me know what you are saying. We've got a corner. We're lined up for it, like a line. Engels is going to swing this in. The referee is one of them. 108th minute. Oh, when did the extra time start? Ooh. We're at 22, 3 minutes, 4 minutes ago, I'm going to say. So we'll say 2. 4 minutes ago. 2:19. Extra. Second half. Sorry, guys. Try to keep the timestamps up. It'll help me for later, and it'll help anyone that's watching this back that just wants to hear the wee interval bits, in between the football. Which is why I try and lift the voice. Now, I am a bit behind, and also, like, as I say something, it takes time for YouTube to get it to your phone. So I'm always going to be behind you. I'm sailing the high seas tonight, so my stream will probably be behind yours if you're on an authentic one. But the YouTube delay is always a thing, sadly. So I'm at 109 minutes and exactly 40 seconds now. So, no spoilers in the chat, please. And McGregor's firmly kind of making a little defence diamond with the back 3 here. Engels is still kind of on this side of McGregor more than anything. Negren's back over here now. I think Negren's got full license to kind of roam. Maeda's out left. And McKeown, so it is just like this. McKeown's got the... McKeown's just taking Tate's place. In the box shape. Kobe Donovan's on now, I see. Missed that. Sorry, Ralston for Donovan. They come on together. Apologies, I missed that. Kobe Donovan on the ball. Plays it down the line very nicely. Engels is going to get on that. Engels has got one man to beat. He pivots and hits it with the left foot. It's not a bad ball, but that's not the thing to do there, Engels. Get into the box. Kobe Donovan throws it to Engels. He's got a man on him. He gets it to Negren. Negren juggles it back to Engels. Wins a foul. Ref doesn't give it. He does give it. I was going to say bloody bugger, by the way. We are on 111 minutes right now. Engels tries to get one of them booked like he got the last guy booked, where he just kicks it off one of them for standing in front of the ball. The ref doesn't take the bait. No bookings this time. And yeah, we're approaching, we've got about 8 minutes left. Chat, wait for me. Enough of the spoilers, man. Engels is about to swing one in here. Engels and the ground standing over it. Maeda, Ida, Vickers in the main frame. Scales and Maeda going for the back post. Doesn't even beat the first man. Uh-oh. A wee buffer. I'm going to miss this for fuck's sake moment, haven't I? I'm going to miss it. There we go. Donovan picks it up to McGregor. McGregor out wide right to Engels. Engels finds Negren even wider, and Negren has got the ball right out here. Plays Donovan on the inside channel. Negren goes to get it back in the box. Donovan rescues it, cuts it back for Negren, close to the front post, hits it at the... Oh, nice play down here. Finally, Negren's got someone to help him get into the box from a wide area. Engels could have done this exact same thing like 2 minutes ago, but bricked it and didn't want to penetrate the box. Negren, so unlucky. Him and Donovan, good desire. Gets a shot away from this type of area here. Keeper just about gets something on it. And we've got a corner. Cross into the front post. We get something on it, but I think Nate gets more on it. It's clear to the edge of the box. Oh, Negren hits it. Oh, and are we getting another corner for that? We are. Negren hits it from this type of area here. And it just drives low and hard and just fizzes by the post. We are chapping at the door. If you have not hit the like button yet, we've not hit the back of the net because of you. Sorry to tell you that. Sorry to break the news, but this channel and the watch along is directly linked to the boys on the pitch. We are the away end. Negren far too greedy. Behave. He's got to shoot in those opportunities. He's the only guy bloody scoring goals at the moment. F. Mitchell. Yeah, I think you're at it. Timed you out, F. Mitchell. You didn't explain your comment earlier. And yeah, I don't like that. We've got another free kick, by the way. They're going to burst. They're going to break here. I can feel it. We've been in these types of situations before. AC Milan away and whatever, you know, it's going to come, man. We are getting the momentum. We are getting chances. That's what we've been lacking the whole game. It's not like we've been making chances and not taking them. We've just been inept. But now we are ept. That's the way to say it. Negren swings it in nicely to the edge of the 6. Gets kind of cleared. McGregor cleans it up, but Engels keeps the pressure on. And Negren can't get there before they clear it out for another throw in. Very, very deep in their half now, guys. Very, very deep. And we're zinging the ball about in this nice little area. We've sucked 4 of them out there. And we've got Donovan, Negren, Engels, and McGregor. All out in this area here, dealing with 4 of them. And some nice kind of sequence of play. We've got a throw in with Donovan. Fires it into the box for Ida. Runs a defender, but he's now kind of coming out to this area here, like sadly he often does. Engels has got the ball in this position here. Gives away a free kick. He's not happy about that. This guy's diving, and I see the chat talking about time wasting. I guess that'll be what that's going on. Like, Ida can't turn anyone. That's really his problem in this situation and in these types of matches where he does get forced away from goal. He does get forced with his back to goal, going nowhere. He doesn't be able to turn somebody or play a 1-2 and get it back and beat round somebody. He has done well. He's been a good sub. I've said it before. I've said it too. But 5 minutes away to penalties, guys. Negren needs to pass more in the final third. Do you think so? In the final moment? I don't think any of those shots he took, he shouldn't have took. They're making an R sub. I don't care about their subs anymore. Engels cannot hit a proper cross or free kick when it's vital. Yeah, it's probably something in that. Negren thinks he can do it all himself because he kind of did at the weekend. Tapalov, our little kind of player cam that we've had on tonight, he's leaving the pitch. He's done very well for them, by the way. He's like their Tony Ralston. Stanoyev is coming on for him. No, he didn't. What do you mean, Ryan? See, if you look at both of Negren's goals, he starts them and he finishes them. Come on, man. He gets on the ball from deep, makes something happen, plays a wee give and go, and then follows all the stuff up, finishes. I'm telling you. Negren did hundreds of stuff. The rebound goals. Watch the actual sequence of play, Ryan. I promise you. You'll see Negren starts the move and finishes it. He's a huge catalyst. We're talking about releasing the ball. Aye, fair, but the chances he's shot here, Ryan, he's shooting. You don't take that away from somebody who's on form, you know, in the box, in and around the box. Guys that can shoot, you give them license. Here's Negren here. Oh, he's tackled. Comes to Scales. Scales to McGregor. McGregor to Murray. Nice slick pass, and Murray finds Donovan really quickly. Donovan's got a one-on-one wide right out here. He's had someone come over for support. I think that's McCowan and Engels, but they've been snuffed out. There's been a kind of wall of 3 defenders against them. It's back out here again with Donovan. And yeah, we kind of go a bit stale. We're back with Vickers and McGregor. And McCowan quickly finds it to Murray. We're really trying to stretch them now. McGregor's in this kind of position here. Lofts one over the defence to Maeda, who brings a little backward touch to try and get it on to play, to do something, but they've got so many defenders. The touch isn't under control. They get it. They clear it. Donovan and Murray both look decent. I agree. This is the channel that brought you Colby Donovan. I went to see Youth Champions League for our 3rd season with the Celts are here. And Colby Donovan was a standout in all of our coverage here on the channel. If we get to the Champions League, expect us to do that again this year. And yeah, very surprising to see him make his first team debut less than a year later, but very much a standout player. And I described him in those earlier videos as a player that just doesn't make mistakes and isn't on the wrong end of things, which is normally praise. It's kind of like, it's not really praise. You know, he does the right thing at the right time, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, at that level, you notice guys that have got the head for the game, you know, the professional game in that sense. And that's the way he really looked, was he could, if he can level up appropriately, he's got the composure and end game IQ to play right back. I say, doesn't give anything away, doesn't do anything wrong, and is the part. Really, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I make you right there, Boyson, too. They've not got any of those bad habits over all the years of everything else that's been going on over the last couple of years with different changes in defences, those kind of battle scars on mistakes and whatever. But at 119 minutes. Oh. Yeah. Engels gets himself under a header there that Negren wanted to bring the ball down for. So went all the way back to Vickers on the halfway line. Gives it to McGregor. McGregor zips it forward. Kind of goes nowhere. He's trying to find McCowan. And now it's played over the top. Murray and Vickers have got one man on. Vickers, with a very poor clearance, it must be said. Scales comes to bail him out. And yeah, Scales, I think, about does his job, puts enough pressure on the guy, crosses the ball, goes out for a goal kick. 1 minute of added time added. Oh, jeez. Guys, here we go. 155 of these live and loud. We're about to get to penalties. We're about to be at full time. I thought by now I would have needed a toilet break, but we've managed to get all the way through the whole broadcast without a wee toilet break. Uh-oh. The 7 Cs are getting choppy. Oh, come on. I've got my backup. Is my backup working? It is. I think I've maybe missed the last minute by checking the backup. Full time? Yeah. Yeah, the 7 Cs are not... Oh, there we go. No. I'll probably go back to the original one. The lotto begins. Schmeichel better be on his game. You can say that again, man. This is horrible. You can say that again. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, the 7 C's are not helping me. Oh, here we go. Embarrassing, indeed. Yep. So we're at full time and extra time. And that is very much the game plan Kairat came into this match with was don't let Celtic get anything. Try and get the game to extra time. And try and take this all the way to penalties. And it worked, to be honest with you. We finished the game in the ascendancy. We grew into the match. We did better as the game went on. And I really think the change to the back three was refreshing and probably went for us in that way where we were able to mix it up in an unexpected way they didn't see coming. And we just, Dyson missed a chance. Negren on another day probably takes one of those chances. And yeah, sadly, the goalkeeper leaves that game relatively untested. If we have a look at the statistics now that we're at the end of play, the game has ended 67% possession. We have a solid 1+ XG now out of 11 shots, 5 on target, 2 big chances created. We've eventually ended the game with 7 corners for us. And what else do we want to look at? Touches in the box went up to 21, which for 6 in 90 minutes, that's a decent enough increase. Where you can really see that we did do more. We did penetrate the box a lot more regularly. And yeah, that's pretty much the size of it in terms of the statistics, anything we're interested in. I'm not going to leave this up because it will be ahead of me for the penalties. Donovan and Murray on the pitch and a must-win Champions League qualifier. Shocking. I kind of get the sentiment behind that, but the world switch over to hot tuna after 20 minutes. I don't know what that means. Brendan is bricking. I don't know if Brendan's bricking it. The Celtic board are bricking it. Because you know that there will be all manner of hell unleashed if Celtic don't do this. There's about 200 of you tuning in for the penalty shootout. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in tonight. Please, if you've not done so already, we are the away end. Smash the like button. Show your support to Casper, to the boys. We've got to get this over the line, guys. Smash the like button. We've smashed all of our targets tonight on the likes. The chat has been on fire. We're only doing this watch along because 600 of you liked the video from last week breaking down the first leg. And here we go. We're getting set for penalties. Order the penalty takers, I hear some of you say. I think Dyson will be first. Ida's going to be on one. Or maybe Engels will be first, actually. McCowan's going to take one. Negren's taking one. Ida and McGregor, I don't know. 50-50 with them. You've got to think Murray and Vickers are going to be the last two, don't you? Schmeichel's probably ahead of them. What do you think about the order of the penalties, guys? Who's on first? Calamity. We win and the board continues. They are. We lose and the board tell us we have to continue. We are win-win for the rich men. Mr. C, you might not be wrong there, but I really hope not. I really hope this is a cold shower moment for the powers that be at Celtic. They just totally banked on this and it's not bankable, quite frankly. Smash the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you've not done so already. Get into the live chat. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on the match as we get set up for penalties here, which will be happening kind of any minute now. Get the timestamp ready. I'll begin with a 4, won't it? And yeah, we've done the coin tosses. We're seeing who's taking the penalties first, and we'll see how everything's going. I'm not taking any Kairat love here. Yamatata, or whatever the hell your name is. Sorry, pal. Not here, pal. We only want the away section full of the green and white. Celts up first. The young Kazakhstani goalkeeper. We've got to be putting him away. It looks like Ida's up first. Ida walking up first. try and fix this up a wee bit. Who we expect to be taking stuff? So Ida's went up to take his. Come on, Celtic. Come on, Celtic. Getting ready for penalties here now. Got over 200 of you watching us live and loud as Celtic is set for the penalty shootout against Kairat. Adam Ida stepping up against the young rookie goalkeeper who has got out of this game relatively unscathed. Adam Ida steps up to take the penalty, looks cool, calm, cold and collected as a wee strut up and smashes it right at the keeper. Wow. That is a terrible penalty. He's trying to go to a side, but it's far too central with his right foot. And he looks like he's a guy that's just... He's obviously gutted and all that, but some of the players have come down to shake his hand and go, "Ah, so it's no bad, mate. Don't worry about it." We now need Schmeichel to bail us out. Wow. Oh, come on. Second penalty coming up, or the first penalty for Kairat. He steps up. And he misses! Yes! Adam Ida gets out of jail. You know the Celtic fans are not going to forget that, but he tries to dink Schmeichel and he hits the bar. Oh, wow. He went for a Panenka. It did not look like that from the first angle. But he tried to Panenka Schmeichel and hits the crossbar. Is this McKeown? McKeown up second. McKeown. He's definitely in jail. Yeah, maybe. McKeown moves off, hits it with the left foot. Oh my God. The keeper saves it. Can you believe it? Anar Bekov saved 2 penalties in a row. Luke McKeown. Again, Ida's penalty was poor. McKeown's is a little bit better, but it's too reachable for a goalkeeper. If you're going for a side, you really need to get it in there. Because you're obviously, with the left foot, he's quite obviously going where he's going, the way he makes his run up and everything. And if you're doing that, you have to beat them with pace and direction. You can't be that obvious and follow through without it being a whipper. Their captain stepping up. I think this might be the guy who got the offside goal in the first leg. He's stepping up like a toe basher. And he sets up like a toe basher and he just tits it calmly down to one side. Schmeichel goes the wrong way. 2 penalties each. 1-0 Kairat. They are buzzing with himself. Arnie Engels stepping up now. Come on, Arnie. This is what you're bought to do, big man. Yes, Arnie. Yes, Arnie. Come on. Well done. The fans are throwing stuff on the pitch. The goalkeepers are having to clear it away. I think. They're coming up for their 3rd penalty. Come on, Casper. Keep us in this. They miss it or save it. We're back to level after 3 penalties gone. Now that Arnie's put us in one. Straight down the middle. Paneka style again. 2-1 Kairat. 3 penalties gone a peach. Yeah. McGregor's on now. Go on, Calmac. He does. Well done, McGregor. Oh, come on, Schmeichel. Save us this one, pal. Come on. Nice penalty from McGregor. And again, like I said about McCowan, if you're definitely going to a side like McGregor was, good height, good pace, get right in at the post, become unsavable. Doesn't matter how obvious it is. Keepers can't always get to them if they're too fast and too high. Getting high is the hard part for keepers. McCowan's and Adidas were such easy, savable heights. They're not. Oh! They scored their penalty. Right, so this is our last penalty. If we miss it, they win. Guessing it's Dyson. Why is McCowan taking one over Negren? Or is Dyson not taking one? It is Dyson, I think. It is Dyson. Wow. That's weird. Unexpected. Oh, I've got buffering. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me with the buffering. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Come on, buffer. Oh, come on, man. What are you doing to me? Come on, don't do this to me. The chat's going to kill me anyway. Uh-oh. I can see the chat, guys. I can see the chat. Did Dyson miss? I don't know what to think or do or say, by the way. My little tactics pages are the little... Yeah. Did Dyson miss? Wow. Wow. This is after penalties. Post-match. Jesus. So we're out. Did Dyson actually miss that? My stream buffered out there, so I'm not that. I can see the goalkeeper celebrating. Did they save it or did Dyson miss? That's the only thing I'm not like clear on. But yeah, we're out. Jesus, golly Christ, by the way. It says penalty missed. Doesn't really tell us if it was saved or not, I guess, but wow, that is poor penalty. Dyson was saved. Half this chat is mad, half this chat is depressed. Sack everything. Dyson missed. Jesus, the chat is blowing up, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to say about the team or anything statistically or tactically or anything like that. We should never have got to this point in the game where it's going to penalties in the first place. And, you know, we have left everything far too late. You know, we're announcing Balikwisha. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty gutted seeing this happening. The boy Sriracha as well. It's just far too little too late. For me, this is almost certainly entirely on the board, on the money men, on whoever has been blocking deals going through at this time, thinking that we would just cruise this. But, you know, there's been some chances not taken in this game. Maybe there's some players sniffing their own farts a little bit, perhaps. But I don't really think really the manager could have done much more with the situation at hand here. He seems like he's got his hands tied behind his back from where I'm sitting, certainly. And Kairat knew they were playing for penalties. I told you that. It was blatantly obvious they were going to try and kill the game, take opportunities if they came, but get the game through extra time, get the game at penalties. We said it in the post-match, the pre-match breakdown. And watching this game, we, again, just played into their hands. We let them dwindle away the first 45 minutes. The second half didn't really kick into life until we brought Engels on and kind of released McGregor a little bit more. And as a second, and we went into extra time, we grew, we got better, but we really, really let them off the hook. And this is a major embarrassment. There's no two ways about it. Any other deals we were pending on doing are now not going to happen. You can say that again. So yeah, got to deal with what we've got. I think it'll be Europa League Thursdays for us now, sadly. And Jesus, man, isn't that a reality check for the Celtic board? Isn't that a reality check for everyone involved that thinks that this is a given? And Kairat will smash them. And I'm one of them, of course. I expected everyone coming into this game that we would play well, we would do well, we would have enough quality. But there's the manager. I'm still just watching the post-match scenes. The manager's just not had enough tools at his disposal to make the changes in the match, to try and mix things up. We got some nice changes in this match, but it was too little too late, really. The way we changed into the game is really the way we should have started the game. And the post-mortem, I guess, the post-match breakdown that we'll be doing of this, I don't know how much of the actual match we'll be focusing on, rather than just a tirade on the pathetic situation that we've let ourselves get into. You know, coming into this game with no Alistair Johnson, which you can't really do anything about. But, you know, like, the rest of the team is where it's at, and the writing's been on the wall, you know, coming into this window with Jota's injury, with selling Kuhn so early, and with, you know, Ida just not being totally convincing. That I'm not giving him a free pass, Connor, but like tonight, like, what could Rodgers realistically do that's that different without like starting the game the way he finished it? I think that was something, obviously, but he can't magic the players in, to quote him. He can't do any more in the transfer department in that regard. His hands seem to be tied. I wouldn't have started Maeda through the middle tonight. I think I said that quite a lot through the match as we watched it along. I'll try my best to keep up with the chat, see what your thoughts and feelings are. We've got the chat box on, so you will see the comments as they come in from the live chat, of course. But, you know, this is, yeah, like, they could change from it. Yeah, that's the only thing. But really, like, with the players at his disposal, there's not many combinations or changes that are practical or possible. And I think what we got tonight was probably the only morph that the team could do. I thought we played actually very well with it. And I would be interested, if we'd got to the Champions League, to see some sort of development and evolution for that. Kairat Almaty are on the moon. And fair play to them, I guess. Rick Casty, yeah. Fair, like, this game, totally, I'm with you there, you know. But I think Rodgers has done well in matches to change things up. And it is the dogma approach of, this is the way we play, and this is the way we're going to set up. And it is a criticism I've given him over time. But I do think for this specific position right now, like, yeah, it could have been a bit more tonight. But I think he tried it with Dyson through the middle. I really think he should have started Kenny or Yamada and played Dyson out wide. But hey-ho, it is what it is in that regard. How many teams will destroy Almaty? Yeah, Almaty will be the prize draw for everyone in the group stages. But that is the worst elimination I think I've ever seen from Celtic, you know, and I've seen all of them over the years, a lot of them in person as well, Malmö's and Maribors and all these other ones, you know. They're going to get, they're going to be celebrating tonight, the Kazakhstani lads, anyway. Fair play to them and all the best. I hope they don't get pumped, but they probably will. I don't know if I hope anything for them, actually. I couldn't care less. But we'll talk about the Europa League in our time. It's not the time for that, but this is a bitter, bitter pill to swallow. And I think it's time to get the Sharks out. I think it's Shark time. You know, we're away to Ibrox at the weekend. And, yeah, man, psychological. Like, their psychology is in the bin right now. Ours can't be too different, really. So it might actually be a bit of a bum fight this weekend rather than a derby glamour tie or whatever that we're billing it as. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see Rodgers' post-match comments. I'm really interested to see a lot of the other takes in the post-match, because I've been watching this live and loud with you guys in the chat. But, yeah, I think it's time to get the Sharks out. You know what I mean? This is Sharks out territory, you know, because Donovan was man of the match by miles. Maybe. But yeah, this is like unacceptable at the highest order. And you've got to respect your opponent and all that crap, right? Fine, but we didn't turn up. We let that whole team, the goalkeeper, the defense, is totally been let off the hook. And there has been warning signs of this before. I don't give Rodgers a free pass altogether, because I have referenced this before with previous domestic matches last season, but most importantly, the games against Bruges and Zagreb, we just let goalkeepers off the hook, and we really did it in this game. We really let goalkeepers off the hook in this one, and that's what's bit us in the bum. And that does come down to the manager, because a lot of that stuff, when it comes to not creating chances, can we set this up again? Oh no, let's oh, we've got a wee freeze on the tactics board, sorry. Refresh button might help. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. Everyone was just a wee bit behind there for a moment. Let's put me down here. But and let's just put Celtic on. We don't care about that mob anymore. But in terms of routes to goal, let's just put number 1 on. We're clearly not identifying like clear routes to goal. The way Rodgers coaches has always been, I'll get you to the final third. And this is the way Pep used to coach. And this is where a lot of these tiki-taka managers like Brendan can preach, is we're going to build a system to get you into the final third. And then when we get into the final third, we need good players. And the reason we need good players is because it's up to them to do stuff. You know, there's no taking Yang and making him super proficient at just crossing balls in for somebody. There's no. We're going to build the team. We're going to do all these passes, change the point of attack. And then once we get here, figure it out. Go for it, guys. Go and work it out for yourself. And that's why you need an Negren to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. You need to Tate to be totally on it, so that the balls he's playing actually come off for people. You need high quality wingers that can dribble and take people out of the game, because that's what we demand of them from the training pitch, in my opinion. You know, as you see with these managers like Rodgers all over the world, you set up the system, death by 1,000 paper cuts, and then once we get into the final third, it's up to you guys. So I do put some of that at Rodgers. Don't get me wrong, but that is kind of it. Is we could be a bit more direct, we could be a bit more cutting, we could have a bit more teeth in attack. From the way we approach games and the way we prepare for matches with the different players we have. But we still don't have a winger that's a mad dribbler that can take people out of the game. You know, we don't have great players as a unit that can link up with one another and find each other in those moments once we build the team into this position. Negren's been the breath of fresh air that's kind of helped all of this, because him as a fourth attacker, as that late arriving midfielder, is giving wingers an extra man to hit off of. He's also been in the right place at the right time, good positioning. But it's also given the striker tonight as well a little bit of extra support. It's almost looked like 2 up top at times with Negren. And so that's where I kind of leave things with Rodgers personally, you know, is we don't actually have, it seems like, a really directed, coordinated route to goal. But otherwise, this is all on the board. This is all on operations. And yeah, it's shark suit territory, guys. We'll do a breakdown of this of some description. I don't know how much we'll go into, but we'll definitely do a breakdown and a rant tomorrow. We'll have like a post-match thing that will come out tomorrow, and we'll also have the transfer window video that we always put out on a Wednesday. And now that we know it's in the context of, you know, Europa League football, we can tailor it appropriately. Adamida for me, like, surely this is like Loris Karius for Liverpool, really, isn't it? I don't know why McKeown's taking a penalty over Ben Negren. That's another thing I just can't get my head over, you know. And Grogus here, Celtic fans thinking they've spent nothing. I think you don't understand maths. Gorguts, if that's how you say your name. What money is Celtic spent? I'll give you a minute to tell me. Gorguts, what money is Celtic spent? On you go, try and type it. And you're in a timeout. And you're in a timeout. Okay. Sorry, mate. Did you spend a bit of time typing an answer there? You're in a timeout now. Sorry. The guy must have said no. I hope not. But yeah, we've not spent money. People that can count and know numbers, know what big numbers and small numbers and how they work in relation to each other, understand Celtic has not spent fucking anything in this window. Barely spent anything over the last 6 years net. Who's our set piece coach? I think it's Strachan, if we have one. But anyway, guys, look forward to all that. Honestly, thanks very much for the support on the show tonight. It really does mean a lot, despite the result and despite the horrendous nature of it all. I'm going to get up to speed with some of the other fan media. I want to hear from Brendan post-match. We'll record all the stuff tomorrow. There'll be 2 uploads tomorrow. So hit subscribe, notification bell for more. Hail, hail. What the hell do we care now, guys, eh? As the song goes. Have a good night. Hopefully it's, yeah, well, do your best. Hail, hail. Won the hoops.